Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. How's it going, everybody? Okay, we're ready here for the market open power hour. My name is Mike, by the way. I'm going to be your host here. We're going to try to figure out what's going on as we start the morning. At the end of the day, guys, we got to be prepared. I'm not sure what's going on here because the reality is we need to be prepared for all of the volatility. But on a Friday, guys, happy Friday. Are we ready to get into any crazy price action? We definitely have to hold tight to see what we got going on in the next little while. So you know what? I think it's time that we focus, we lock in, we prepare volatility. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But we have a lot of information now to grasp. You know what's happening about at the end of the month, what's happening at the end of the week, guys. Let's get right into it. All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on here with the crypto corner terminal. What do we have? We have some data. Well, volume is coming down as usual, guys. As usual, we do see a lot of volume, come down as we reach the weekend, and it's a Friday, as you can see. But the market, as far as the market cap goes, is not bad. We're kind of grinding to the upside. I don't like melting price action. It's not something that I have in my strategy to say, hey, I want to get into longs where there's no participation. It's not something that I look forward to be honest, but it happens. And if you can catch a melt up and grind it all the way up, great, amazing. But you're gonna be in there, and you're walking on eggshells. You're worried, you're stressed, this and that. And the truth is, it's not the best to be trapped up for the weekend. However, guys, it's not just the weekend, it's the end of the month. And end of months usually give us the best opportunities to buy even spot or to get into positions for the opening of the next week. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get aggressive. The first week of every month is usually a good time to keep an eye on. And we're early. What we're doing is try to front run here, and it's dangerous to start front running. Okay, so we're going to, try our best here to kind of figure out what we're doing next. To be honest, it's about just hanging tight as well and collecting that data to figure out what we're going to do next. Lots of good green, guys. We have about 15 minutes till market open, guys. The power hour has arrived. Okay, so we're gonna try to make the best out of it on a Friday. I'm slowly gonna try to get in live streams during the power hour so that we could see how the market sets us up for the rest of the day. Lots of good green still here, guys, for today. Nice reactions, 10% for hype. We have XLM and a few others. H-bar waking up, Pith finally waking up, 6-7%. We got Lab, has tons of volatility. Guys, Lab is up 30% in the last 24 hours. I don't know if anybody's trading that nowadays. I'm afraid. When I see projects like that do that, I'm very afraid. Flying Tulip. You guys know I bought some Flying Tulip. When was it? 3 or 4 days ago. I told you guys I was buying. It's a bit risky, I get it. It was only available on MEXC, so I needed to quickly get in there. I can get on chain and start looking how to buy, but I went on MEXC. It's not my favorite choice of exchange lately, but it is what it is. It's still good because it got lots of trading pairs and all of that, and you're in a pinch and you want to get some exposure to something. Yeah, you can quickly get on there, and it is a big exchange. What else? Grass dipping down. That's the one. Pendle's one that I have on my watch list. I have a few that I identified this morning as my watch list. As you guys know, I'm live with the premium members of the Discord at 6:30 a.m. trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing for the day. XPL, interesting. Pendle, interesting. Syrup, interesting. And IOTA is an OG. I'm not too interested, but from a chart perspective, I might be interested. So these are my watch list projects for the next little while. If I find good setups, I'll be getting in on some of that action. Maybe we can take a look at it today as we are live and do our thing as we wait for the market open. Okay, guys, all the widgets are here. All the premium widgets are here. Everything you need here to navigate the space. All the alpha you need right here at the cryptocornerterminal.com. If you want to go check it out, links are in the description. We got a lot to offer here at the Crypto Corner and the BTD Crypto, guys. You know that I'm also live there every single night at 8 p.m. EST as well. We got the Discord premium, general, free, all of that. We also got the Academy. We have Synergy Signal, and I'm working on a new indicator, time-based indicator, and Levi is going to be using it on his streams because he's a time-based trader, so to speak. So yeah, it's going to be we're definitely releasing a lot of alpha, and we also have Tau trades live here at the Crypto Corner every single day at around 10:30 ish. Right before we get into the lunchtime session, pretty much. He's live anyway. What's interesting as well is that he's coming up with his own addition to the academy so that we can learn from his strategies. And of course, he's a auction market theory type of trader, so he's coming up with his own models and putting them on paper in a formal way for those people that want to learn his style. And he's been doing really, really well. He's one of our newer members, of course, but he's taken a leadership approach here at the Crypto Corner. Of course, he's the main dude here. But we're looking for all kinds of different talent. As you guys know, I'm looking for talent, all kinds of different talent. Day traders, scalpers, it doesn't matter. If we're looking for a diverse crew, that's what we're looking for. All right, let's jump right into charts. Enough yappery. Let's see what we got here. Bitcoin doing its thing, guys. So this morning, this is what I talked about. This is what I was worried about. This is what the rollover, the fall. And here we are falling, unfortunately. And this was the level that I said, look, it's very likely that we're going to want to hunt that first. And here we are hunting. I did bring in the possibility of the sweep as the market opens. That's still very valid, guys. But we have a lot now to reclaim. We have a lot of damage to reclaim if we're going to do something like this, which means now that we can kind of move this, hypothetically say, look, if the market wants to induce a lot of pain in the next little bit, it's to sweep the shorters that got into this easy short. It was a very easy short, guys. Very, very easy short because of the top there. And then let's get some music going. Easy short, and because it's nice horizontal liquidity zone, I can imagine that there's some stop losses to get hunted up there, some liquidity to get hunted, and people at break even, this and that. You get what I mean? So if we start to see the volatility in the power hour sweep these highs, guys, it could just be a fake out. If we come back down, guys, then you get into shorts. Okay, again, you really get into shorts aggressively if we get something like this. At the current moment, your issue is that you can't get into a short right now. Not only do we have 10 minutes to market open, but it already did what it had to do. The objective was to sweep this low, people that got in from the last impulse. So it's a bit of an issue. Now this is still going to be a defended zone based on the intent. You can see the intent in the market right here was quite clear. Quick reactions, strong reactions, enough to kind of cause the impulse. But then look at the distribution, very clear distribution. So now what we're waiting for now is the market to show us its hands. What are we doing now for the rest of the day? Again, throwing caution to the wind. It is a Friday, guys. Fridays are not time to really get into aggressive moves. But we'll take it on the 5-minute. We'll take it on the 15-minute. 2 p.m. volatility will come around the corner, and then we can take a bit of profit. Let's see who's with me here. We got Wasteland Muscle Cars. How's it going? Flying Tulip name is odd. It's not odd. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So you're definitely right. It is an historical event. Well, the tulip price. It's about tulip prices and stuff. Then when they went nuts and stuff. Yeah, and this is the thing. There's a whole story behind why they chose the name. I watched a podcast with Andre a while back, the developer behind Yearn Finance, and he's considered like the godfather of DeFi. He made a lot of money with Yearn Finance and Phantom. He's the creator behind Phantom, and now that Sonic is pretty much Phantom, just an upgrade and a rebrand. But it's like new tech and all kinds of additional tech. But then he came out to Flying Tulip as well, because his bread and butter is DeFi. Some people love him, some people hate him. I really don't care. I know that what he has touched in the past has made me a lot of money. Just put it that way. It's made me a lot of money. So I'm down to give him another shot to see if he can make me some more. Some people hate him because they bought the top. I get it, exit liquidity. And when he took a break, a lot of people hated him as well. He was just a dev, guys. He wasn't a CEO, anything like. It was a dev, and he made it very clear, right? He didn't even hold any tokens, right? That was the whole thing. He's like, people, guys, why hate? I need a break. He just worked for Phantom. He just worked for Yearn Finance. He wasn't the creator. Well, he is now like behind Flying Tulip. He's taking it personal, and he made it very clear he's taking this one personal. So let's see what he got. Let's see what he got for us in the next little while with Flying Tulip. I bought some regardless on a good dip. You know who Andre is. I hold quite a few of his tokens, including, oh, you're in finance. Okay, good. But it's not his anymore. That's independent now. He created it as a dev. He was active as the engineer, and then he left. He did a job. He was a contractor back then. Most people didn't realize his. They associated him with like a founder, like because he was the core developer, right? But he was just there as an employee. Okay, like that's the reality. Now with Flying Tulip, he's not an employee. He's leadership. So I'm curious to see what he cooks up this time. And like in previous interviews, he said basically he's taking it personal. So let's see. Aaron, how's it going, buddy? Good to have you here. We got Thistle in the house. It's I whipped that thumbnail up real quick. I was running late. That's why I was a bit late. I was working on the deep dive graphics. I have a schedule, guys. So I went live in the morning at 6:30. I posted that up. I went straight on and did the infographic. I needed to get that infographic done for the deep dive. And then I'm like, oh, I'm running late. I promised Thistle I'll put some effort into my thumbnails because that's my new things. I gotta help with the branding. I gotta help with that. Look, you got to do it all in increments, right? You can't do everything at once, especially I'm a one-man band. I do everything myself, everything from beginning to end. Whatever you see, all the graphics, all indicators, websites, everything. I do it all myself. I don't hire anybody. I want to know how to do everything. Okay, that's the type of person I am. And it's better for turnover rate. It's better to get exactly what I want and when I want it, of course. Right, there's nobody dabbling into my personal area, right? Wow, this thing's dumping right now. Bitcoin's coming down. Okay, but it's pre-market, so wait. This could just be a trap, for a bit of a move to the upside. Right now, I'm not touching anything because if this breaks down, guys, I'm sorry for changing the topic real quick. We have some time. If this breaks down below 72,800, guys, it's a BOS. It's done. I'm waiting for some support here, and I'm not trying to catch this falling knife at all. So as I was saying, yeah, I do everything myself. So because I want to make sure I take full control as I'm launching this thing. One of the biggest issues with startups is you relinquish too much control, and of course it's nice to be decentralized. Coming from my mouth, that's kind of weird, right? It's beautiful to decentralize. But when you're launching a project, you want to make sure that the train and all the guardrails or the rails for that train is laid out specifically to where you think it should go. After that, you can bring in talent, you can bring in, and slowly, as you guys know, I'm bringing in people. I'm done being a one-man band, but at the same time, it's hard to recruit enthusiasm in these market conditions. Right? Even I was thinking yesterday I should do some more collabs. I don't do any collabs. Zero. I have yet collaborated with any influencer or any creator or any trader or any whatever you want to call them. People like me. And for a reason. It's because I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. History has shown me, for those of you that have been around me for the last while, history has shown me you can't trust anybody. Even people that you call a friend. Even though you think of them as a friend or think of them as a person that you can trust, you can't trust anybody in this space. Okay? And recent history has taught me even more. Even though I thought I knew this whole lesson already, it just reinforced. Every so often you need some experiences to reinforce this notion you can't trust anybody. And guys, I respect the fact, and I hope that you don't even trust me. Because that means that you might go trust somebody else on the internet. Don't trust anybody. Don't even trust me, guys, please. And it's not because I'm trying to say I'm a bad person. No, I'm just saying it's a bad habit. You shouldn't trust anybody, especially you don't know. Okay, so it is what it is. Yeah, let's see. We got 4 minutes. Let's see what we got going on. In the next little bit, honestly, the way things are looking, pre-market open right now is showing you that the people are dumping into the new month, into the end of the week, into Friday, into the weekend. So I can't wait to go shopping, guys. This is telling me that I'm waiting patiently to go shopping. I'm gonna be dropping a bit. I've been raising a bit of capital with trades in the past. Not so much this week, or even last week wasn't the greatest, but okay, it was all right. Didn't do well this week. It's fine. You're not gonna smash it every single week, but I raised a bit of capital the weeks before, and I want to go shopping on spot. And I have a few on my watch list, but I don't have that much conviction into one project. Like, I want to go heavy into one, and I don't know which one. And I don't know if it should be one that I'm already heavy in, or should I get into one that, like, maybe SUI. Maybe I should buy more SUI. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting now to see this little bounce. Now we can drop to the 5-minute, which I would recommend. And in the meantime, we drop to this 5-minute. We might find a nice structure to form here to get into a long. I'm not touching it right now. How's it going, Ben? We got the correspondence, White House correspondence. Ben, how's it going, buddy? And what else? He's giving us all the lowdowns of all the news. He's on it. He's on it, guys. He's I don't know. He didn't sign up or sign up for to be a crew member, but I have a feeling that, like, I'm telling him to become a crew member, or I'm just forcing him. How's that? I'm just like coercing him. I'm just putting him there, like, you know how it works. So we got Ben. We gotta find him a nice marketing. And I like his little image there, because it looks like he's, I don't know if that's even him, to be honest, if that's his actual face. But yeah, he has this thing, this look right there, and it's kind of, it's a little bit of a creepy look. But we gotta get his marketing going. But you're not a crew member, right? But you are. Let's put it that way. Daniel's in the house. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. These OGs. Why is ETH FUD so crazy currently? Yeah, it's FUD because the price is not pumping. Guys, you not realize that people, start finding reasons to, justify why we're dumping or why things are not pumping. They start to blame people. I know foundation members are leaving. I get it. They're maybe running leaner. They got to stop spending money. Vitalik mentioned that's what they got to do. Stop, taking profit, right? Finally, a little bit late, huh? And I'll take that even further. I think what needs to happen mostly for Ethereum is Vitalik needs to be replaced. Not to say that he has to leave or anything, but they need a better face for Ethereum, or introduce something. Ethereum, and they have to have a dress code. All of them, all the core members need to have a dress code. They need to spend some of that money in hiring a fashion a stylist of some sort, perhaps. Because the image that they got going on is pretty garbage, guys. I'm tired of it. So that's one area of FUD. And I think the biggest area of FUD is the competition. The competition out there is providing better software solutions than ETH. I hate to say it, but it's true. Yeah, they're decentralized, probably one of the better decentralized applications out there. But there's others, okay, with nodes, and where proof of work is another. Proof of stake versus proof of work is another problem, because of all these liquidity pool drains and exploits. So that's another one. We're piling it on, guys. We're piling on the FUD. But then when it pumps, people are like, dang, I missed out. It happens every time. So yeah, the FUD is piling up. Make yourself a list of all the FUD, of all the Ethereum FUD. And then from there, ask yourself, is it justified? Some of it you'll see is justified, but there's always a counterbalance. There's always a bullish, counterbalance to it, to all these things. Ben, I don't know what kind of marketing you're going for, but sure, Ben. That face, I don't, I wonder if that's actually you. Like, I like the suspense of just every time I look at that picture, I'm like, is that really Ben? Right? But don't tell me, because then you're gonna ruin it for me. Like, I look forward to that question every day. Have you looked into the token Diem? I did very briefly. I heard of it. It's related to VVV. Diem are the ERC tokens on base and can be transferred, traded, and staked. Diem can only be minted by lock stake VVV. So what you're doing is thinking about VVV being like a catalyst for Diem and the whole base narrative. Look, put it on a watch list. Look, this is the thing. I don't know much about it. I think I went right on a website once and just looked it over real quick. But it's hard, right? Because I've been doing a deep dive on Aurora. Guys, if you want to look into something pretty cool and pretty interesting, AI related, of course, near protocol related, of course, EVM, of course. Guys, stay tuned for the deep dive on Sunday. Aurora, I'm bullish. It's interesting, guys. Small market cap. Tokenomics are decent. Team is decent. Small, young, but decent. Speculative, but this is it. If it's speculative, but you do a deep dive and you feel it's undervalued, what does that tell you, guys? Opportunity. That's how I look at it anyway. Definitely. Bolster, how's it going, buddy? My SUI alert just went off. Okay, definitely time to buy more. Okay, cool. Yeah, do your thing, Bolster. Ches, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, DCA is passive. DCAing is great in these moments. Don't get aggressive, because then it's gonna hurt. You want to be passive. You want to buy, accumulate slowly. Amigo, how's it going, buddy? Good to have you here again, and nice to see you. You're here every day. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate Amigo's OG. He's become OG. You know, with Bolster, Amigo, we got Tommy, we got who else? These are all the OGs. We got few others, some others that I'm identifying here. Gold Knight, I have 99% sure single I have powerful scalping strategy. I'm sure you do. Let's block this guy. It's a clown. These clowns coming and telling me they got a 99% strategy and all this nonsense. We block them up. That's what we do. We block them up, tell them to get a job or do something, and that's it. Tommy's got a full cup of creamer just with a shot of coffee. I love that. You know what? That's unique. Tommy's a creamer. He puts coffee into his creamer. It's the opposite. I love it. But as long as it's not like butter pecan, Southern hospitality, whatever it is, that greenhorn. As long as it's not that, because that you go too far. If it's just, you know, Ben's style of sweet cream that he talks about, then fine, we'll take it. We'll take it, Tommy. I appreciate you, buddy. You're another OG, right in the front seat. Like always, I appreciate you, bud. So Bitcoin keeps on dropping right into the bottom range, and we defined this range today. I cleaned up the chart, and I said, look, range lows it is what it is. Range highs, it is what it is. We can. If you got into a short here, great, congratulations. If you didn't, like I didn't, you're what can you do? You're not gonna jump right into a short right now. You're gonna short the bottom of this 15-minute structure. No, you can't do it. Market's open 5 minutes in. Okay, so there's nothing really to do now. We're smack in the middle of the power hour, which means that we have to slowly decide what we're gonna do next. And if you decide to do nothing, you know what, guys, it's okay. Sometimes no trade is a good trade, especially on a Friday, especially on top of it all. Today I was thinking, actually last night and today I was thinking, you know, maybe what I should be doing is not going live on a Friday night. You know, it probably is contributing to the fact that I feel a little bit burnt out lately, you know, as far as the amount of hours I put in. But at the same time, it's like, what's the point? Am I actually providing that much value on a Friday night? You know, is there even a point? Am I even maybe contributing to people's trading when they shouldn't be trading? I'm looking out for you guys. You know, like is it should it just be a hangout? I was thinking of like just putting a camera, which, you know, I don't show my face, obviously, you guys know that, but I was thinking of putting a camera up, propping it up, and just maybe having like a drink every Friday. That's my drink of the week, and just focusing the camera on my drink. I'm like, okay, tequila shots tonight. But then I'm like, you know what kind of channel is this? You know, we're gonna come out on a Friday having drinks. Like, okay, it sounds like fun. I don't know, guys. Friday seems like maybe a day where I shouldn't be streaming at night, especially at night. Like, what's the point? You shouldn't be. By then, you should be really chilled out. Yeah. Look at this recovery, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is the games that market open plays. Okay, you dump, and then you play games until about, you know, 10 maybe. By 10:30, you should be done playing games, and you should be in. You should be into something. Conviction. Problem is, look at the perfect moment to play games. It's not at range lows. It tested the previous order block. Okay. And we're getting a bit of recovery. We've already dumped into the previous high, pre-market open. UK had its moment to sell off. Now what? Hunting this trend line liquidity, full V recovery. Guys, absolutely insane. Okay, so this is how market open goes. So look, pump and pump and pump. We ready to rock or what? Look at this. Look at this. I see a bit of divergence here on the 5-minute with regards to order flow. Momentum's fully oversold. Expansion is already hot based on what just happened, leading into 9:30 into the market open. So it's like, I understand if you want to get into a long, but you have to understand your invalidation. So let's talk about the setup real quick for a long. So if you're going to get into a long, this is the problem, is that you're actually playing with this. This is your stop loss. Now, but what about your reward? Your reward has to be all the way up here. That's it, range highs. So 3-to-1 ratio, it's not bad. But you have to get into this bottom. Right now, you're a gambler. You're a 50-50. You might as well just, you know, it's red or, you know, which one? Red or green, you choose. It's anybody's game. Smack in the middle. It's tough. If we can get back to here, into this level, fine, take it. But it's still like, what's your edge? 5 minutes is not really giving me much edge. We're still oversold. We're still, the expansion is still coming down very strong here on Synergy Signal. And it's not like we're getting any other major signs of divergence. When I'm going to drop to the 3-minute, let's do it. 3-minute, little bit of divergence, no divergence on order flow. Momentum got a bit of a pop, but it's still, you know, kind of doing its thing. Look, V recovery, rounded bottom. That's what I say. Give me a fat rounded bottom right here. It will be a mini one, but relative to the V recovery, it's got to be fat, right? So something like this, or maybe that's too fat, you know. On a Friday, I'm looking for fat rounded bottom, too fat of a rounded bottom, right? Right here is fine, right? If we can come into here and round off, like even 50% of the V recovery into 50% of this, and kind of hold, and then we get in, okay, fine, we'll take it. I'll take the long. But right now, it's like, okay, what are we going to do? A quick recovery up to here, but then that's done. There's no long. The long is based on this shift of market structure right here that we break above, and then we continue. So you can see that this is where the market's now starting to play games. We're going to have to watch and wait a little longer. I'm not touching anything right now. I don't mind taking longs. I don't mind taking shorts, but I need more data right now. We can stay on the 5-minute as you know, we yap a little bit. Let's see. Tequila streams. No, Sosa's done. That guy, he fell off. He got destroyed with memes. Then he got emotional about it. Again, you can't trust anybody, guys. You can't trust anybody. I don't want to talk bad about people or anything. Just, you know, I understand he went through an emotional patch. He lost some money. Where he lost money he couldn't afford to lose. And then you look for people to blame. And that's the sad part. And then you find good people on the way. Green Hornet, honestly, guys, I don't know him personally. Let's put it that way. He's not a family member. He's not a friend that I grew up with or anything. Even family and friends, sometimes you can't even trust. But I know him for about 2 years now. Okay, more or less. I'll tell you one thing. Green Hornet is a guy so far I have no reason to doubt. That dude is a stand-up guy. Okay, so for me as of now, I'll vouch for that guy any day of the week. Any day of the week. Okay, so that's a different story. Like, you know, it is somebody that has given me no reason not to trust, right? So Another one is Tao Trades. The guy's just amazing. Guys, I know him for many years. I mentored him for 2 years. So I seen him grow into somebody that not only I can trust personally, but I can trust also based on, you know, his trading capabilities and his market analysis and understanding of the asset class. Okay, a guy that I can put myself behind 100%. And I know him more personally than most. Like, I know him actually in the flesh, so which is quite interesting, because I don't know many people in the flesh that I engage with on the socials here. Right, so there's certain individuals that you can kind of get behind, like, you know, and trust. And Green Hornet is savage. Well, some others, you know, they're there because they think you're a lottery ticket. You know, they say the right words to, you know, want to get stuff out of you, and then all of a sudden, or they take advantage of your situation, and yeah, they just drop you on like it's hot, and that's where their true colors come out anyway. Yeah, he did get weird. He got really weird. He was doing stuff online on stream. Oh, okay, give me a second. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Okay, we got a special guest. Hold on. I wasn't ready. I usually am ready every single day. Give me a stop. Give me a second. I'm gonna get that going. Give me a second. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Apologize, guys. I apologize for that. This is my stuff going. Hold on. I got tabs, guys. I got tabs. Give me a sec. We got a guest. I got to get him on here. Okay, you should be able to get on. Okay. Can you hear me, bro?
Oh, nice.
You like that, eh?
Am I live?
Yeah. No, you're not live yet, but I'll get you live right now.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second. Let's get this music a little lower. And we got to get your audio up a little bit, I think. I want to make sure the music's not too loud. I hear you very faintly.
Is it my
Bang, we got Levi here. How's it going, buddy? You're a little yeah, your audio's a little low. And I got you cranked up.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see if I can make it a little bit louder on my end as well. You can give it a shot. I don't want to be too loud, bust people's ears.
I got some other headphones. Let me see if they work.
I cranked you up to a 388% volume. So you're on a 4x volume. Look, we got Levi also trading the volume of his stream with leverage. Look at this guy. He's an absolute DJ, and we have to leverage his volume as well.
I'm live.
You're live. You're live, bro. You're live.
Oh, nice. This is I was a virgin, a YouTube virgin until now.
There we go. Congratulations. Here we are. He's live. We're live on the Crypto Corner with Levi. How's it going, man?
Nice. Nice. I'm really happy. You know, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. For most of you that don't know me, I used to be El Chavo, and I've been in BTD crypto for I don't know how long, like maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah, you've been here for a while, bro.
I was like a student, you know. I was learning, and I remember, not gonna say any names, but I was doing CRT back then. You know, candle range theory. I was kind of, you know, I was taking some longs, some shorts, some wins. I was like break even most of the time, taking some losses, and then I took some time off after the Trump mini altcoin season, and then, you know, it went all down after that.
Yeah, it was horrid.
Altcoin season, I want to call it.
Yeah, we got to be careful because I've been getting a bit of heat with that as well.
Why? They don't get to call that?
Yeah.
AI altcoin season?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
So I took a break, and then I've been using this strategy. I've been talking about it in Discord. And it's, you say it's a time-based strategy.
It feels like it.
I like to call it a rules. You know, I think we're all somehow time-based strategy traders. Even
Sure,
if
of course, whether we
if you're
like to
not,
admit it or not. I agree with you.
exactly. I mean, the white coffin, all the other
Yeah.
things, they're all kind of, time-based.
Hmm.
So, yeah, and we're cooking something, right? I mean, I'm cooking something. I'm preparing a few, I guess you can call them classes or,
Hmm.
talking about the setups, the weekly templates, the monthly, the daily, what I do when I come to this, to the screen in the morning, and just, I'm glad to share that.
Well, we are definitely cooking. So we're coming up with your indicator, custom indicator, to help you with those levels. They're time based. They're mostly like, let's say, market cycle, like open,
Right.
close, open high, open low. Talking about sessions, a lot of session stuff. Yeah, I call it time because that's basically time, right? How you time the market based on session liquidity, and then you can tap into other things. But yeah, we're definitely cooking up things. The indicator is doing pretty good. I would say we're about 80% done, maybe.
Yeah, we a few step backwards, I guess, the other day. You were talking about that last night. You were all stressed out with AI.
Man, you battle AI. You try to get it to help you, and because you don't want to do the monotonous work, but then sometimes you're like forced to do the monotonous work. But is what it is. So we're almost there, and I'm trying to get things. Now we're trying to make style changes and make that look good so that we can get that going.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna get that out for distribution. I don't know how we're gonna get that out for distribution. We're gonna give it to the members, obviously somehow. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
leave that up
figure it
to
out.
you. I'm gonna let you market your own products, your own things, and then we're
Sweet.
also you're gonna come up with your own learning stuff, your own courses for the academy. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that because it's a different strategy than what I use and what
No,
even Tao
you got
does.
everything covered. You got Stan. He's like, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Stan's like macro. Tao's got some other, things
He's an auction
up his
market
sleeve.
mostly.
I want to think of myself. Do you remember that Sesame Street character that was a Count Dracula? I think he was counting 1, 2, 3 ABCs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know if you remember
yeah.
that. I want
I
to
know what you're
consider
talking
myself
about.
kind of like that, like the Montessori teacher,
Uh huh.
because the strategy is really it's simple. It's simple to follow. Some of the terminology is a little different, but in the end, it's all the same. Like you got stuff like first green candles and close and breakouts, and it might take you a while to understand. Counting to three. Monday, Wednesday, 3 sessions set up.
Uh huh.
Yesterday, I posted something about 3 hour. I was counting to three in 3 hours. The power hour, and you're talking about this earlier right now. The end of the month, in brain of a
Yeah.
new like a monthly
Mm-hmm.
session. I think you got three everywhere. You got the AMD three.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you got you
Elliott
have to
wave.
you have
If
to
you
catch
think
up.
about Elliott wave, after the third wave, because you don't know if it's going to turn into a five, but you for sure know that if it's a corrective move, it's done with three.
Absolutely.
So you go what I mean?
So hey,
Like
this is
the
power
power
hour
of three is strong, no
right now.
doubt.
Actually, we are currently in the power hour. So
Yeah, we are. What are you thinking?
for
So we
me,
have the specialist of the power hour. Levi is the
exactly that's what I was
actual
gonna
the
say.
actual
You
person that inspired me to call this session the power hour. So you might as well tell us, what are you
I
thinking
love
here?
it. I know. I know. I love. You can have your own power hour session. We were talking about this, I guess, 2 weeks ago, that you don't like trading Fridays, and I don't either, to be
Hmm.
honest. It's a difficult. It's the closing range of the week. For me, that I'm using a weekly template. The market maker, the algo, it's built to create liquidity at the top or the bottom of the week. The same thing with the month. And by the end of the week, usually the higher the low has been taken. Usually, it's
Right.
not always, because you have a continuation. If it's a continuation trade of the whole week's going up, well, they're seeking something way higher. That might be a monthly level or a prior week level. So today, if we go to the chart today on Bitcoin, for me, it's a strange day. We've been coming down for what? Is it weeks now?
Yeah, it's been a while. Like if
I
we
think.
even look at the daily chart, it depends on when you want to count this trend. We've been coming down for a
I
long
mean, would you
time.
long this right now?
No,
Would
I'm
you
not
long it
long
right
right
now?
now.
No, right? Or short? It's like you're
You
late.
can't do
It
anything.
feels like.
And you can get on the
Exactly.
15-minute chart if you like, and you can trade this range. And that's what I talked about this morning.
Let me
Look,
see.
short here, take your profit here. Now you could long, but the risk to reward ratio is pretty bad. But if you long now,
Okay.
it's based on the fact that you're just gonna want to take profit here, like at range highs, and do your thing. That's about it. I didn't, Levi. If you ever want to show a chart or share a screen, feel free to let me know. I can just swap you over. I'm not sure if you're in front of a computer or not, but it's an option. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, you remember I told you about my
Yeah,
laptop?
we'll
I
work
gotta
on that.
fix
No
that.
worries. We'll work on your scenario. I know you're traveling and stuff still. Okay, but yeah, like
Right.
you can trade the range, and I always like using this term: trade the range until proven otherwise. Right? Like if the range is there, you don't need to be a hero. Trade it up and down. Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. Do you see those two P&Ls, those two win cards? I went short and I went long,
Right.
40% both, and I called it a day. I'm like, okay, I made 80%
Yeah, the
total.
range. It's a Thursday Friday range
Sure.
practically.
Yeah.
Right? Is that, yeah.
Midstream range, like
And
what is what
if
I
I
call the chop zone.
exactly, I like my entries around 9:40. What is this? Let me see. The candle nine. You got a 9:30 that pushes up, and right now we're making the 10 a.m. club. I always talk about the 10 a.m. club, right?
Mm,
I'm gonna be very repetitive about that because there is such a thing. There is like a perfect, not always on time.
mm.
The 10 a.m. can be at 10:15 or 10:30. I like the 15-minute candles because I don't know. They just work very nicely with the session
Me
trades.
too. We're in
So
confluence there.
9:30, yeah, exactly. And I really use and I like using the closing price. For me, it's a magnet. Have you ever used them? You put two magnets together, and there's a moment where, obviously they mash together,
Mm,
but there is a moment when they kind of like push against each other.
hmm.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
Magnets, they
No.
pull, but if you like somehow there's like a little push before they pull together. It's a strange thing.
Hmm.
So for me, the closing price is like a magnet,
Hmm.
and it's also what you call it, a spring.
Hmm.
So right now, price is kind of wanting to go in Bitcoin, right? I'm on the 15-minute chart. It's kind of wanting to go to that 15-minute, to the closing price, but it's already rejecting under the 20 EMA I use. So for me, I would take a small short from here. But I don't love the trade either. It's
Take
not
the
an A
short
plus
to
setup
where
for
though?
me.
Range lows, because that could be support.
To low of the prior day, yeah, which is like it's Tokyo, New York
Yeah.
yesterday.
What is that? 72,800. It's not worth it. I wouldn't take that. It's not worth it
72. I have a
unless you're gonna trade the
500.
breakout or the breakdown. Then that's fine.
No, it's not worth it. It's a small, very small
And
trade in and out. Shorts.
if you look at the candlestick anatomy of that bottom at 72,800 with those wicks, those wicks, they're likely to get defended, even if it is for a dead cat
Oh yeah,
bounce. There's
yeah.
a
We
lot
talked
of
about it. We
impulsive,
talked about
aggressive
that.
buyers into that. So if they get defended, we might get a dead cat bounce. What I mean by defended, people will exit, but they'll want to exit at a more profitable price or a better price than this bottom. So we'll probably get a short covering. We'll get maybe a dead cat bounce and then a collapse. I'd rather get in short on a dead cat bounce than anything. It's like right now there's no trade really. I think we're both in confluence here.
No. Do you look at something else? Like you see Bitcoin is falling, and there's other coins like Hype or Near that are
So
high above still.
yeah, maybe you remember, I'm an altcoin guy, full on. Like I've never traded Bitcoin this much since I started crypto. This like last, I would say 6 months, something like that. Have me and Bitcoin. I only trade Bitcoin, like, and I mean actively on lower time frames lately. Altcoins have been put aside and been treated as complete risk on, and spot only. a little bit of margin positions like 2x, 3x. Like I'm in 3 positions right now on 2x. One is Arweave, one is, I'm losing my memory. I know I have a few. Arweave, a GRT, the graph, and the other one is, I don't remember now.
Lit, isn't it?
Sorry?
I think lit. Lit? Is it
Lit?
lit?
No, light. Light. I'm actually trading it. I traded that one. I took profit on the pump, and now I got into a trade yesterday. So I'm actually actively. It's not a margin position. That's like 10, 20x's. That's fine because I'm finding the setup and I'm finding my momentum. So that's something that when I catch my momentum, I catch my rhythm. I don't want to let go because I found it. I found my rhythm. The chart is behaving. I found my edge, and I'm finding it with lit. So I took it, and I'm not letting go until I take my first L. And that's usually how I ride my wave. Like, you know how you have your streak, you hold on to the streak until it's done. I found my streak on lit, so I don't wanna lose it to give up on it too early. But like Near Protocol, Hyperliquid, that for me was pure spot. I didn't trade that whatsoever. I regret it. Like I should have got into like 1,000x long positions on both. But you don't know when things are going to wake up the way they do, right? But Bitcoin's easier to trade. It's less manipulated. You know, it behaves a bit better. Let's put it that way.
No scam wicks. No scam wicks.
Yeah, it's the scam wicks are less, right? Unless it's the exchange producing them. But it's a lot better.
I was trading last month. I was trying to trade Lab. Because who's this other guy in the Discord channel? He's trading Lab all the time. Oh, those scam wicks. I'm like, no. I got to go back to large caps.
Yeah.
This is it stresses me out.
Not now. It's not now. Is not the time to trade altcoins, like with high leverage.
So going back to my strategy, I think my strategy, and the reason I like it, I'm a family guy, and also I got another job. I think the strategy is perfect for those people that have limited time. You want to go in and out. You probably can't trade New York, so you go to Tokyo. The power is only 3 hours. If you focus on that, I know some people are swing traders, but you can size into a session trade and maybe make the same as a swing trade that's there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days.
Sure.
So for me, it's a perfect strategy for people that don't have a lot of time.
Right.
And it connects with me.
Well, that's the most important. That's the most important. The last statement you said there, bro, is like the most important. That it connects with you.
And there's other people using the strategy, and everybody, it's always going to be different. Everybody has different objectives. An 18-year-old can't have the same objective as a 40 or a 60-year-old that's starting to trade. Maybe they have, the savings account of a 50-year-old may be larger than an 18-year-old that's using $500. If you have kids, that changes everything.
Oh yeah.
Also. So even if you're using CRT or ICT or whatever the strategy is, you're gonna use different. Your method's gonna be different. You have to accommodate it to your style.
Right.
So even when I'm starting to kind of teach this, everybody's gonna have their own strategy inside the strategy. So
and you tweak it. You make it your own. Right.
Tweak it.
You say, you know what, I like this about this strategy. I like it, but I would like it even better if, that or whatever, and you kind of tweak. And that's why one of the things that I'm doing for the indicator that we're creating is that I want to make it so that it's not necessarily only something that Levi could use, right? It's something that anybody
I'm using
that could use.
I started to use a synergy signal. I don't know anyone else using this strategy, the weekly template using synergy signal. I can say I'm the first guy.
Okay, perfect. So if we can actually maybe find some confluence between the two, maybe it's a perfect combo scenario, momentum coupled with session-based liquidity, essentially time-based liquidity, it would be amazing. Absolutely. To kind of get that going. So yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. I think by next week we should have a format for you. We should have you perhaps getting on live here independently, eventually maybe some videos to start with, and then maybe a course on the academy so we can learn from you in a formal way. Because I know there's people out there that want to learn formally. the structured learning, like, you know, just log in, watch your videos, and have some handouts, had some, you know, charts, or like some learning material. And I don't know if you've seen in the premium there, or in the alumni section, I do have a space there for eventually where we can go live and do like live Q&As eventually, like to get that going.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
not
love it.
seeing demand yet for it, and the market's not really hospitable for it yet, and a lot of people are still kind of like dragging their feet with you know, trying to understand how to get trading. So when we see demand, I'm hoping that the crew, all of us, and we also, I, you know, even what's his name, Tao is coming up with his own course as we speak. He's actually in the process of recording right now, based on based on auction market theory. So that's actually really interesting as well. So we have different perspectives, different learning styles, different trading styles. I want to have something for everybody, you know, so that we can so people that log in, that want to get that formal learning, can pick and choose what they like out of everybody that's producing content at the academy and part of the crew. And it's not just about me, right? It's about everybody. We all bring something to the table, and we create value that way. So that's the objective, and we're looking forward to what Levi has to bring.
Yeah, you know what I like about Tao Trades?
Mm.
He posts the rules. I think that's the main thing. Human psychology, we fight against rules. It's like we don't like rules, but
Because it's the emotion,
we
right?
have to have some rules. It's the emotion, yeah. But that's the way you fight emotion, is having rules. The discipline. Like if you're gonna go work out, you always use examples. So you're gonna go fishing. I like your fishing examples because I like fishing. You have to have rules. Just have to. And the rules he always puts on the Discord chat, they're the exact rules I use.
Perfect.
And so I think up into one of his classes,
Yeah.
and I like a student.
Oh, I
That'll
love
be
doing
very
that.
interesting too.
You know, honestly, be prepared. Yeah, be prepared.
Yeah.
Something's going on with the stream today. Encoder, I don't know what. It's really glitchy.
It might
No,
be
it's
my
not yours.
connection.
It's
I'm
me.
not sure.
No. It's me. It's the actual stream is problematic today.
Okay.
And I think people are complaining, is the stream lagging? Yeah, it's laggy, guys. I don't know what. You know what it is? Too much.
Oof. I haven't even.
Yeah, look, YouTube is not receiving enough video tonight. You just, bro, you gotta chill. So, boom, we'll leave the Discord up, and, you know, providing all kinds of, you know, alpha that stuff. And again, you great strat to learn different, and kind of hotspot. Is this the bottom?
Oh, you see? Oh, let me see. That hype.
The top is 150,000 at the bottom. Even myself, I have a hard time responding to that. I'm putting you on the hot seat because the reality is, be prepared, buddy. When you start getting on the streams and producing, people are going to put you on the hot seat. And you got to come up with great
right?
politician answers, right? Because you want to make sure everybody's happy. You want to make sure you're not stepping on toes. You want to make sure that, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, I think I might have to just quickly...
You don't. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just saying, like, right now, it's like, it doesn't look like 63 was the bottom to me. It doesn't look like it. It looks, this is not how bottoms are formed, traditionally.
You're not
But
counting the wicks, right?
your time, like how much time it stayed below.
No, I'm saying you're not counting the wicks or any of that.
No. Just general area, 61,000,
60.
you know, something like that. Whatever, 60,000. You know, like Arthur Hayes says 60,000 was the bottom. He's confirmed. He's totally, you know, I say it doesn't look like a bottom. The way...
What are you saying? I go... Because, you know, it says that, oh my God, we're just starting.
starting the
So
downtrend?
There's different views. And then the Wyckoff, oh yeah, they were still going
Yeah.
down. Maybe to 40s, 50s. And then the Wyckoff, some of the Wyckoff, I don't follow Wyckoff, I don't use it a lot, but they're all saying that we're going to make a higher low. So they're a little more bullish.
A higher low.
That we're going to probably go down, yeah, higher low, exactly. Maybe go to 69.
Yeah, it's doable. We can't deny it.
68. And then bounce from there.
Yeah,
I
I would.
wish-
Oh,
yeah.
I would love it.
I'm prepared for that one.
Yeah, I would love it. Down to the golden pocket or something like that. Right into here.
I shopped today. I got
What'd you buy?
some today, and I would be very sad if we go below 63.
Yeah, well, because if we go below 60, I would say 64 ish. Yeah, we're going for a lower low. It's very likely after that. There's low liquidity here. There's very low emotion. It's a psychological level at that point because it's a bottom. But there's no volume past 65,000. There's very little. It diminishes significantly, which means
What are
that
you thinking?
we can fall.
20% maybe? 20% fall from there?
Maybe. I would say get onto the fort and just understand that the previous order block is right here. And this is where the last time the bull stepped in. That's where we want a hunting ground. Because everybody here that bought in on this rounded bottom for the impulse, current at everybody that's 50, 55 and change, 54 into that are on profit, and that's where if you didn't get there, the market's gonna want to come and hunt your entries. Number one. Number two, people that missed out on this pump, they have limit orders there. They're interested in buying at that level. And that was the previous breakout zone out of the cup and handle for the bull market, quote unquote. Right? That was rounded bottom, it ends, and then the break of the cup and handle for the actual cycle bull market that, in my opinion, this has failed us. This is a failure, guys. All of this. Especially if we stay below 72 or 73,000 and get rejected here. This whole bull market was a failure. I would say that the problem coming down to 20,000 very high after that. It starts to get hectic because we need to reclaim the 73. So we're talking about big picture stuff right now. Right? This is what everybody's yapping about. This is the most important structure. And if I remove all the artwork here, you'll see what I mean. It's easy to visualize the market structure like this. Look how easy it is. Bang. We come down below this level. Look at the imbalance. There's not a lot of volume here. Max pain, where is 1,000? Can you imagine? What would you do, Levi, at 20K? How many kidneys are you selling? Yeah, it will take us a couple years, a year and a half at least, to reclaim, to get back up. But man, crypto's gonna be called dead. I doubt we get there. I doubt it. I doubt we go there. I honestly, that's why I'm starting to feel like we're closer to a bottom very soon than that absolute doom and gloom. Because the doom and gloom is too easy, as you can see. It's too easy to predict. Look at that shift. Look at the shift of market structure here on the 4-hour. The doom and gloom is here. We break below the white line. The doom and gloom begins. It's over, man. It becomes really bad. So let's get into this last one. The hold, sweep a right here, adverse, and get going again. This is give us a bit of a price. Summer, to go sideways throughout the summer. No, I think it's going to be a 2-month thing.
All I know is if we go
Max,
down there,
I think by August we'll have our answers.
Oh man, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna buy.
This is going to be too quick, in my opinion.
Back up. I think.
You don't want to spend too much time, because then it's a form of acceptance.
Definitely. End of
right, and if it stays longer until August, forget about it, man. It's acceptance. It's people accepted it, digested it. There wasn't nobody bidded it up. So guess what? In order to get bids, what do we got to do? We got to find bids lower. We got to find where people are willing to buy.
That sounds like a Santa Claus rally for me.
It could be. I'll take a Santa Claus rally, 100%. I would love a Santa Claus rally. They're rare because it's year end. Really, usually we get it pre Santa Claus, and as we get into Santa Claus moment, New Year, it's kind of like really, not really the strongest moments historically, but. I've seen them before. I remember one Santa Claus rally where my biggest gainer was VeChain out of all projects, because right now it looks pretty dead. But my biggest gainer was VeChain. I cleaned up house. That thing made my Christmas. I was jingle belling all the way all the way. It was amazing. But we don't know like what happens, right?
I was looking
Sorry?
at VeChain this morning.
Yeah, VeChain is
Down there.
way, 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 way down.
I was looking at VeChain this morning.
But it's a good project as far as fundamentals. I just don't
Alright,
like
so
some of the stuff that they've been doing lately with this green initiative. I forget what it's called, what they call it now. Something to do with green, sustainable living and the green thumb, this save the planet stuff. Look, I'm all about it. Green and save the planet and energy and sustainability. I'm all about that, but I have to take data as it is. That narrative has never worked in this space. We had a wave a couple of cycles ago where we had the narrative: save the planet, save the world hunger, and non for profits and all that. All of them scams. All of them dumped. All of them didn't survive. So what we have to do is just still think about this space as a software industry, right? We're not that mature enough to deviate or extend ourselves into these categories, the feel good categories. We're not there yet. We still have exploits. Like we still have engineering to do still.
Yeah.
We don't put lipstick on a pig. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they do with all this. Don't get fancy with all this stuff. You don't need any of that right now. Fix your tech. Make sure your tech is perfect.
Absolutely.
Make sure your value proposition is perfect. Make sure you're keeping up with trends. Make sure stick with the foundational. After you're perfect, then you can put lipstick on it and make it look nice and have your non for profit and your this and that. Save save the world. Save the this world hunger. All of that green. All of that is great stuff, but not now. Can you imagine? That's how you produce scams. People come out and say, "Oh, you're a scam." You use that, to induce people, emotional inducement through feel good marketing. Isn't it not true? It's kind of true then.
I was
What
in a
is
coin
Aaron
launch
yapping
called
about?
Kyoto back in the DeFi.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Hello.
Good to have you. Tau Trades in the house. We got Levi and Tau
Is
Trades
this Tau
live.
Trades? Nice.
This is the Tau Trades coming in. Cool stuff. Look at this. This is the first time you guys are on the live stream together, eh?
Nice, nice. Yeah, we've talked before in
Of course.
DMs, but
Of
this is
course.
our first time here. Nice. Nice to meet you too, man.
It is low, but it is low. You got to put the mic in your mouth. Or if you, I don't know, I think you might have headphones. I know you're traveling, so you don't have a full-on setup.
Yeah, let me put my headphones on. My other ones.
But yeah, we're gonna get you set up with some sort of. And I know you travel quite a bit, so you gotta have a travel studio. We gotta get you go with. I travel with a full-on mic when I travel. I bring my actual mic. I'm a faceless channel. Can you imagine? No face and no audio. Then what's the point, right? So if I'm not gonna travel with a camera, I might as well. I have to travel with a microphone. So I travel with a high quality microphone wherever I go. So I make sure my voice is on point. People can hear me, and radio quality. That's what I need. Tao, how's it going, buddy? How do you feel today on a Friday? Happy Friday, bud. Yeah, shopping. I'm in shopping mode. You know what would be a good conversation for a lot of us right now? What's on your shopping list? If you were to spend, let's say hypothetically, I had $10,000 to spend. No volume. Thistle, no volume. Hold on. There's no volume anywhere. Thank you, Thistle. You can't hear. Hold on. We lost audio? Yeah, it reconnecting. I'm having internet connections issues. Yeah, I'm having internet connection issues, guys. Man, that's horrible. Yeah, I know. No, it's not just you. It's the internet. I just saw things cutting out, in and out, internet. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this work. And I don't know. I think Levi's. Okay, they can't hear you. I don't know. Speak. Let's see if I can get anything coming in. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, I'm getting something from you. I think Levi's getting his microphone. I think it was an internet issue.
Is it good? Can they hear me?
This is a good question. Thistle. Oh, he retracted the statement, so maybe it fixed. I don't know.
I think he just did that so it doesn't look bad.
Annoying Thistle. I don't know if he really cares about that. The guy's a straight shooter. He's a straight shooter guy. Sniper. I love it, though. I love it. No, I'm good. Okay. Okay.
No, you're okay. So I think
it was a bit of an issue there.
Perfect.
Everything good at the moment. Okay, yeah. I'm having internet problems. I can tell today. As soon as I got on live, I was having problems. But it's okay. I have lots of problems, guys. I've been told I got problems. But it's fine. Range lows for Bitcoin. To load, maybe. Clipping. Maybe. But what? Just audio? Audio is very low load. It's very low.
Hey guys, I'm back. Can you hear me?
A lot better, bro. A lot better.
Okay. All right. I gotta use these.
It's just there should be a way where you can turn off the background noise. Do you have that or no?
It's okay for today. You can work on perfecting later. It's okay. You don't need to mess around with it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not home, so it's uncomfortable here.
But let me see if I can fix the stream settings, or do I even want to play around with stream settings? Okay, so I have a question for you guys. What if you were to spend, let's say you had, an extra $10,000 right now. Okay, let's make math easy. $1,000. What would you buy right now? Give me 3. What's your picks?
Go first.
Sure, why not? Go for that. $1,000.
Number one, of course, it's got to be Bitcoin.
Oh, come on. Boring.
Come on, man. I'm a Bitcoin max. Of course, I gotta buy Bitcoin.
I'm gonna buy Bitcoin.
I kind of knew he was gonna say that. I knew it.
Oh,
come on, guys. At this point, you guys should know. Number one, Bitcoin. Number 2, it would probably be. I don't know. I'm leaning on Ethereum, maybe. I feel like it's not as bad, but I feel like Sui would be a better.
Okay, hold on. So you say Ethereum? No, despite the FUD, you ignore FUD.
Buy right now.
Okay.
I'll maybe wait.
But I need
Why
to
not?
right now.
Why not?
I have $1,000
Why
right
not?
now.
All of it, just
Yeah,
all
why not?
10K into right now.
Why no ETH right now?
I just rather DCA it. I feel like dollar cost averaging get a better, you know, entry.
Okay.
Sui's
Okay.
not bad either. And I feel like the risk on play would be either like I feel like AVAX. AVAX isn't bad either.
From an
I might
entry
take a risk on
perspective,
that.
I'll agree with you on that. 100%.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So funny. I'll tell you. I went shopping today. I got Sui. I got some ETH, and I got AVAX. That's so funny. You mentioned the ones
No
I got.
way.
Wow, look at that. You see, we're in confluence. That's amazing.
You know what
Okay.
that means? That means we're gonna get liquidated together.
Oh no.
You know what? I gotta join the party then. I gotta get liquidated with you guys. The more liquidity
Get
we
on,
can
man.
offer the market, the better. You know?
Yeah. You know, and for ETH, I really like the FOMO. It was a sign for me. It's all over Twitter.
It's
That's why I
everywhere.
asked you, why no ETH? Why no ETH? It's just, there's just so much hate. That's a sign for me.
Oh, I hate ETH.
Well, me too, but I got some.
Yeah.
You know, no, and you guys know, like, I'm not an ETH fan. Tao, you know that. You know that. I'm not an ETH fan
And we
whatsoever.
both aren't. I mean,
But what are you gonna
especially
do?
after our conversations, Mike, I think that from a tech perspective, that just
No, for sure. I don't like
really
ETH.
double down on that. Yeah.
But I need to admit the fact is that ETH, it kind of like, which other horse are you gonna bet on, like right now? If you think about it,
Yeah.
which other horse? Like there's, okay, you can do other competitive L1s, like again the Suis, the Solanas, the AVAXs, the this, the that. If sure, and those horses, to be honest, have better tech. They have better tech, whether we like it or not. And I know a lot of people that trade fundamentals or are saying, "Oh, fundamentals are garbage." But what else are you gonna do when the market's dumping? What are you gonna buy? The chart? What are you gonna buy or not buy? Don't buy anything until the chart looks right. I get it, but you're trying to time the market, and that's not the greatest. You should always have a bit of a passive strategy. So AVAX. You're saying AVAX is your pick. What else? Ethereum, Tao?
Can I do more than 3 or just 3?
Okay, fine, more than 3. So we can get out of the basics because I like to have fun. That's not
Yeah.
speculative enough. Those are basic. Okay, let's get into fun territory.
So you want some like a high risk?
Not mid risk. You don't go crazy. Mid risk.
Okay. I feel like a mixture of Ada and Midnight wouldn't be a bad play either. I would be willing to take that. Maybe Aster. If I had to do a perp dex, I feel like I couldn't take a risk on Hyperliquid now. Well, maybe
No.
Aster. I'm not a fan of Aster. I'm not a fan, but
I'm not bad.
What else?
Fundamentally, it's okay.
or lighter actually. Lighter's not bad either.
Sure.
Lighter or Aster.
Lighter. What else?
Maybe for that base exposure.
I
It's not a
forget
bad
who
one
was.
either.
Muscle Cars presented an interesting one for base. Diem or something like that. I want to look into it. Yeah, Diem. I want to look into that.
Dione, like D-I-O-N.
No, DIEM. Okay, Bitcoin's dropping like it's hot. Okay, it's dropping right now. It's 10:30. Power hour is pretty much over. Now its conviction is shorts. That's it. It's your shorts are printing. You're in shorts right now. You're a breakdown trader. The only way, and I always say, the only way I get bullish, this is my rule, the only way I get bullish, or else I'm still bearish, I'm just to be clear about that, is if we get back into the range, show some acceptance, range highs is your target. Other than that, shorts is in your favor. That's it. Any short right now is good. Now, if you get back into the range, stop yourself out, recalibrate, take a deep breath, and if you're going to go long, find your invalidation again for a long. But right now, shorts. Okay, that's it. Power hour is in. How do you like the thumbnail today? I whipped that up in 2 seconds, guys. I want to work on it a little bit more. We got to work on those thumbnails. Oh, look at that. AVAX and Link. Yeah, I like Aaron. Link is a good one. That's a good pick. I as we have the police in the background, I think somebody is right now, you know. Do you hear the sound effects in the background are epic. And anyway,
Pay their taxes.
or someone's like, you know, not happy with this dump right now. So, you know, I don't know. So yeah, okay. So a bit of that, a bit of that. Levi, you're right, buddy. They're not coming after you, right? It's not for you.
Oh, I told you I'm in Bogota.
You're in Bogota. You're in Bogota of all places. Oh my
God. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's good. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know that's that. My family is from Bogota, which is amazing. I have family that lives. My sister lives there and stuff. Amazing.
It's my last week.
Okay, cool. God. That's cool. Hopefully they get the new president. Hopefully this one that they're gonna elect will fix things up. I don't know. We'll see.
You know, I didn't know, but the guy that's the president now, he was part of the guerrilla. It's crazy.
They're next level over there. But you know, if El Salvador can do it, Colombia can do it. If El Salvador can do it, any country could do it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, okay. So we got your picks. You're a little bit of a degen picks. Knight, Ada, but it's not really degen, bro. Ada's like concrete.
Bro. What do you want, man? Market isn't.
No, what would you be your picks if you were to buy something? It's you speculate. Don't you're not being held accountable.
So yeah, I'm saying high risk or like you gotta give me
risk. Have some fun for a Friday. Come on, loosen up. It's like I'm talking to my grandfather. Like Ada.
Let's go drift.
Come on, I will buy some Ada.
Isn't bad.
What?
I'll take pith, drift,
Okay.
bio and research. I feel like those. I'm a big fan of the DeSci narrative as a whole. And let's see, anything a little bit more degen that I can find. It's been a long time since I looked at these tokens.
Those are good. I like those picks. Okay, but yeah, that's good. Okay, now Levi, what are you thinking, buddy? I don't know if I lost you or not. Your thumbnail disappeared. I don't know if you disconnected. Oh, there you are. What are your picks?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Taltrades, you're crazy, man. I can't believe you. We're on the same page. So I'm going to tell you what happened this morning. I went shopping. I'm just going to tell you what I bought.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. I like this.
So I already told you. I went for Ethereum. I got some AVAX, some SUI. I got some bio. I got some pith. Everything Taltrades.
Oh my god.
Did you guys call each other?
Are you under my bed watching me trade, man?
You guys wearing the same outfit too? Like you guys like coordinating, matching outfits, like bro.
Oh gosh. So I got those 5. But let's see. Let me throw in something that I would like to get.
Okay.
Something like risky, like you're saying. I don't know. I like that we're not mentioning any memes.
No, memes are stupid in my opinion. Like I know I'm not trying to insult anybody out there, but memes is not risk. It's stupid. Like to the point that yeah, you can have some fun there, but they're stupid in the sense you can make lots of money on stupid things. I know that, right? Lots of money on stupid things, but we have to call it what it is. It's stupid, plain and simple. So if you're gonna make money on memes, take the money and run because it's stupid money. It's not smart money. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm missing is I don't have any AI picks. So I've been looking at ATH, Aether, and
okay.
And this, what's this other one? AIOZ. I've been looking at those. I don't know which one. I'm still looking at them.
Okay, but Aether was a good pick. Too. I like that one.
Yeah.
Good deep pin, small cap. You see all the little partnerships that they're trying to get in. I do lots of deep dives, as you guys know, and I see a lot of times them, including Aether in their lineup, which is good because you can see that Aether is trying to build its utility, like more partnerships, more it's going to provide deep pin solution for protocols that want to decentralize, right? From their back end perspective, so that's good. What is your take on these Python locks? I know. a lot of people are following Pith. I know Thistle's following the Pith unlocks. He's been, our main feed with what's going on with Pith. I honestly,
we talked about this.
Yeah, I know. What is your take? Should we be worried?
I think in a bull run, none of that matters.
It doesn't.
I
You're
agree
right.
with what you say. It just, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, this last unlock wasn't that big of a dip, was it? I mean,
No, it didn't
that
make a lower
bad.
low. It didn't make a lower low. They got absorbed.
And I
So
think they got one more left, I think, next year, and that's it.
I don't know. I don't even follow unlocks anymore. Like I know that they're in an unlock season, like with lots of unlocks as new projects usually are. But because of that, I put myself already in a Pith passive accumulation. I've been accumulating Pith for maybe about a year and a half. So trading it and accumulating it using trading. So I hope you understand. So if I'm shorting, I make profits. I buy Pith with the profit. I don't care if it's coming down. I just keep on buying and just keep on buying. I trade it, make some profit. Even if I will trade Bitcoin, no data. No, I lost my connection. I'm having an internet issue, guys. I apologize. I think I'm back. So we trade it. We trade whatever. Even if I'm trading Bitcoin, I made a big bit of gains. I'll choose to put some into Pith passively, slowly. But yeah,
That's the way to go.
that's the way to go. And the
I will do a
unlocks, you're
little bit
right.
of
In
a
a bull
pushback.
run, they don't matter. Go ahead, Tao. What's up?
Usually, when we do get these unlocks, there's about a 7 to 14 day period in which price just consolidates before giving in those lows. But when I did go back and look at the total compared to those unlock schedule, we saw that total was also falling at the same time, which could have been
Of
a
course.
reason why maybe the reason it fell was actually multiplied, right? So
Risk off
the
sentiment.
actual-
Risk off.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much. And it's the whole market
But
that's under fire. It's not just Pith or whatever you're looking at. It's the whole market is getting slammed right now.
What do
I
you guys
think if you have any Pith longs, it's best to get them hedged in some sort of way. That was my hope. I was hoping for us to take out the lows, to be honest. Just so,
Okay, Bitcoin's reclaiming the range. It looks like it's trying to. That could have just been the sweep of liquidity. But on a Friday, am I going to trust this right now? Go for a long?
Hey, Mike, can you see the 15? Do you see the 10 a.m. club, the 15-minute chart in BTC? It went down exactly to the previous day low, exactly how I said.
And now it's reclaimed.
That's why I really like those 15-minute those 15-minute candles, especially around 10, 10:15, 10:30.
I agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
So like for me, I call it I look for 15-minute structure and execution on the 5. That's what I do. And then usually that's
short.
Yeah, those are quick moves. 15-minute structure, execution on the 5, and then what I do is that's usually enough for me to exit by 2 p.m. volatility, and I'm done. And usually by 2 p.m. I did a good job. I exit whatever needs to be exited, and I do it again tomorrow, and that would be my day trade. That's a daily routine of mine. And usually I can get 50%, 40% out of a move. If we're trending and we're moving hard, I'll let it run, But look at this. You had a bit of a trade. Look, we're back in range. What are you gonna do now? Get stopped out? I would be okay with getting stopped out right now. Stop yourself out if you got into a short, and take a deep breath, and reevaluate on the 5, and figure out what you're gonna do now, because this was a sweep. Now, if we're reclaiming, you hold. There's divergence here on both expansion, order flow, and momentum, and Uno reverse on the volatility. And what I mean by Uno reverse here on Synergy Signal, when you see the volatility literally pivot like this midstream, it tells you that in Uno reverse, people are not interested in down. Look at all this. Everything right here is reversing on the 15-minute structure. Horizontal range, it's fine. Get in long, put a stop loss. You don't want to overtrade either, because on a Friday, right? You don't want to overtrade. So you got stopped out once, you get stopped out twice. Decide how many stop outs do you want to play with before you actually stop for the day and call it quits. I usually say if I get stopped out more than 3 times, I need at least an hour cooldown. But then you're out of the power hour, and then, you know what I mean? And that by that time, you should realize there's no more trading. And you could do what Aaron says, wait for the 4-hour close. The problem is it's a Friday. If you wait for a 4-hour close, you're kind of like done with session liquidity for the 10 a.m. power hour. You're kind of done. If it was midweek or something, or the beginning of the week, I would say, right, okay, or the beginning of the month or next week in preparation for, a monthly move, right? A monthly swing trade or something like that. Sure. But we're closing the month, closing the week. I'm not really keen about it. So yeah, this is where you can get a lot of mess like we did here yesterday, like last time, right here into this. Look at this mess. Okay.
Yeah, for me, we would have to be high above in the week or down below in the week on a Friday for a failed breakout. I think we talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
A failed breakout from the top of a level, and then you could have maybe a little more gains. But this is a broken down market, and you're trying to short something that's been shorting for a couple of days.
Yeah.
They're trapping a lot of traders here.
I agree. This is why it's like you got to know when not to trade, and I agree with that. Don't get trapped up on anything today. Enjoy the weekend. Take out the tequila. Think about what you got to do here. I agree. Okay, so I'll give you my picks. It's 10:30. This is when usually Tao goes live.
10:15 usually.
10:15. Tao, I don't know if you want to change the thumbnail to put yours so that people know that now we're
right.
That you're here, and I'm gonna just give you my picks, and then I'll let you do your thing. Look, this is where
Sounds
look,
good.
getting stopped out here on a long, like this is where it's tough. You got to wait for acceptance, and you wouldn't have got stopped out because you should have put in your stop loss underneath the wick for continuation down. That's what I would be doing anyway. I'm not in any positions, but just to tell you, if I would have saw this range reclaim, I would have put a stop loss underneath the wick, and then done. Hard stop. No more playing games. I'm done giving back capital to the market at that point on a Friday. Okay, so that's that. So my picks, honestly, I'm giving you a bit of a sneak peek to Sunday's deep dive. If I were to take some risk, honestly, I'm liking Aurora a lot. If I had $1,000, I would put $500 in Aurora right now. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. 500, half of what I had to spend right now in Aurora. And I would be buying my second buy for this week's DCA would be Fala. I don't know if you guys follow Fala or know what it is. Again, it's a bit degen, a bit low cap, but it's an AI play.
Doing good.
It's an AI play that we talked about. I brought it to the channel about maybe a month ago, and I bought my first bags into there, small bags. Now I'm ready to take a bit more risk. The question is, how is it doing relative to the market? And it's been a while. So maybe
it's green right now. I watch it. It's been popping this week.
Yeah, I know. And before it hits everybody's radar, this is where I'm a speculator, and maybe you guys got the drift. I like speculating, and because of that, I get a lot of heat when things don't do well, but I also make a lot of profit when things do well. Like Bio. Remember when I was speculating on Bio? I was probably the only one on socials talking about Bio, and then it popped off, and everybody was yapping. And that's usually that's where I fit into the scheme of crypto, is I'm the speculator, the guy that spends time researching and speculating on projects that nobody talks about. One that is also on my speculation, high risk, is EDU. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Is it possible that we start to see a decentralized education platform? Why not? I don't know if this is my old chart or not. I don't remember. But Fala getting a bit of a pullback, 4-hour chart. But if you go on the daily, which is the chart that matters most based on market structure, look at this, guys. Like,
it looks like lighter.
It looks like a lot of them. It even looks like Sui. Look at the Sui chart. It popped off and Sui retraced back into the order block. If this holds for another higher low, it's likely that this pop, this higher high, built market confidence that we're looking for an eventual parabolic move. Right? That's usually what happens. You get a pop, people don't believe it. Comes back in higher low, accumulation. People don't believe it. We go for a higher high. Now people are starting to believe it. Now on the back test, they're thinking, am I going to be the other again? Am I going to miss out on the next pump? Or am I going to be that guy that bought the dip like they did here? Well, people are saying, well, I'm not going to miss out on this pump. I'm going in. And that's where you get a bit of a move up and then retail FOMO to the upside. Look, it's beautifully rounded with lots of volume. The POCs here. Look at the order flow. And this is the daily, by the way. Look at the momentum shift. Right now, I understand it's a bit risky, but this dip right into here, it's at least a 50% dip into this last pump, is a good place to say, you know what? I'm buying some spot. That's it. You don't have to go into craziness. And if you look at the range lows that matters is $2, almost like 3 cents. Sorry, not $2, 3 cents. That would be a great level to hold. Below that, we're in a bit of trouble. But if I slap a trend line in here, horizontal, you'll see why I like it. That's it. And you can see the range is really well defined based on this depth right into here. Fell back in the range. Now it's time to accumulate. Now, how do we hold? Like, that's the bigger question. How do we hold? So I'm looking at Fala AI, decentralized DePIN. It's like an Aether, but they have a very well integrated AI narrative into it, which I like. Whereas Aether doesn't necessarily need to be heavily integrated into AI. Because the reality is it's a DePIN. It could get into graphics. It can get into anything that requires GPU or compute, which is amazing. Can pivot real quick. When DePIN started picking up in previous cycles, I've noticed that a lot of projects that came in for providing computational resources for graphics pivoted to AI when AI came in hot. Well, when gaming comes back, and if it comes back, and when it does, I can imagine that some AI projects might say, you know what, AI is taking a break, I'm going to pivot to gaming. Because they offer the same resources, which is GPU rendering, graphics, multi-core processing. So why not see some of this happen? Fala focuses, I think, a little bit more on AI. So I kind of like it. I would buy buy 50% into that and 50% into Aurora. I'm kind of liking the Aurora thing. The Aurora aspect, you're going to have to wait for the deep dive to figure out why. And super speculative anyway. All right, Tal, I don't want to tap into your session, but maybe you can get right in and you take over for a bit.
Yeah, sure. Are you going to stay or what's up?
You know what? Maybe I should go do some work. I'll stay for a little while. How's that? Go for it.
Sounds good. I mean, I have about, I think, like 40 minutes. 30
okay,
minutes.
do your thing. Do your thing.
Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. All right, can you share my screen? I gotta share my screen first.
Yeah.
I'm not even sharing my screen with you. All right, let's see. Am I sharing the right thing?
All right.
Is it showing?
No.
Right now, it's
there we go. Go ahead.
There we go. Perfect. Am I on? We're good?
Yeah, you're good.
Perfect. So, all right, guys. I usually do an intro at the beginning of a stream, so it's a little bit weird for me just hopping into the TA, but it is what it is. So, guys, this morning we're really rounding off these tops, and I was talking about this yesterday. This push to the upside. If you guys go check out my post on general, there's no volume with it, right? And that was the issue I saw. I'm saying, if we want to sustain a breakout to the upside from these range highs, we need to see volume coming in. We need to see intent being shown, and none of that was being shown. And on top of that, guys, that came right to the value area low of this entire range. Now, you guys know I don't use the value area lows and high as areas of support and resistance, but they are areas in which some market participants are going to get active. Why? Because at the end of the day, the value high, value area low line up a lot of times with their balanced range highs and lows. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, number one thing is we didn't have a lot of volume coming into this pump to the upside, right? Delta wasn't there either. I wasn't too confident for us to sustain this breakout. Anyways, zooming in into the day. If this loads, give it a second, guys. Okay. There we go. So this morning, guys, we're within a pretty balanced price range, as you guys can see. Let me actually remove this and draw it out myself so you can see exactly how it developed. Okay. There we go. So you guys can see we're within a pretty balanced price range. We came, rejected the point of control, lining up with the value area high. Let me make this white so it's easier for you guys to see, because it's going to be the exact same color. Not going to make sense. There we go. Okay. Anyways, guys, we rejected the point of control value area high alignment. I told you guys what I like to look for when we do see these two aligning. Consolidations above or below the point of control usually give us the idea of which side we're going to take out. And we ended up taking out the value area low. And you guys can see as this was developing, value area low was shifting as well, coming lower and lower, meaning market participants were pricing this asset at a fair price that is lower than the previous fair price that they priced it at. Range for it was coming lower and lower. That's something very important to keep in mind, guys, especially over multiple days. It can show you momentum in value, not momentum in price, but momentum in value. Anyways, guys, afterwards, coming down to the 1 minute, we got a nice push back off this low right here, this balanced range. Where was this actually? Pretty sure this is a balanced range low from before. Let me make sure we have that. If to zoom out. Okay, anyways, guys, this is one of the targets that we had until this loads. And if this loads, I'm not sure why MMT is so laggy, Mike.
Very laggy, bro. Like it's I stopped using it. Like it's so laggy, it's really bad. It disconnects. It connects to Asia and Europe. They don't have a server in North America. You know, look, it depends on where you are in the world. Obviously, if you're in Asia, you're loving it. Maybe, I don't know, but I can't use it.
The main issue is I just use it for volume profile. I like to analyze on this anymore. I just move over to trading view. Like, yeah, this is what I wanted to main, but it's just no bueno. Anyways, guys, we came back to these lows, and this is the area which we held pretty well for the second push up. Now, the thing is, guys, we had loss of imbalances over here, especially if you go down to the footprint, right? Looking at the footprint, we had multiple imbalances at these highs. So this confirmed lower high, lining up with our golden pocket as well. Coming back into previous imbalance was a perfect short opportunity. First TP down here, second TP down here, or at the value area low as it shifted lower. Completely up to you. But yeah, that's another thing that you guys could have looked for. Now, when we came back up here, I'm mainly looking at this balanced price range low, guys. This is very important. This is how you get continuations a lot of times and areas in which price can consolidate at. You guys can see on this move up, this is exactly where we started rejecting off of. And one good thing is we held the absolute low. We came back for a higher low right at this absolute low. What do I mean by absolute low? This is the entire low of the range. If you guys zoom out on the 1 hour, right? This was the last wick that we had on Thursday, the final area that we could have held. And that's actually an area that we're getting a nice higher low off of. So this is like disconnecting every 5 seconds. No, guys, my main thing is I want to see this come back into this range and start, consolidating within it and building price action here. I want to see buyers getting active because this impulsive move was completely seller dominated. So I want to see that volume returning, and especially that we're coming back into the weekend. I'd be much more happy if we enter Saturday within this range than if we lose it, because by Saturday, guys, a lot of days, again, not every day, but a lot of days we have a low volume, especially if Friday did something crazy. You guys won't see a lot of volume on Saturday. So just keep that in mind. But guys, if we do end up losing this low, we're going to most likely come back down to this next low volume nodes. You know, there's levels within this that we could also look for. But major area for me is going to be this low volume node right down here. Aside from that, guys, where's this? Okay.
No.
Value low just shifted down in like 2 seconds. Up and down.
You can't. I don't know. MMT is just this market monkey business. I don't know. But I'll be honest. Like I don't know. I'm having server issues, so I don't know if it's a server, AWS, or I don't know what's going on out there. Because there's a bit of an issue.
Sure. Me main thing now is going to be this little range that we're in right here. If we can get a nice break above this balanced range low, perfect for this consolidation within this range, right? And that's going to be the main thing I'm going to be looking for right now. And that's what I'm mainly expecting. But there's always that chance that we reject and come back down to take out these lows. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's go over to our chart on TradingView. So guys, coming to look at USDT. Now USDT, let's update what happened yesterday on stream. Okay, guys, we want USDT to come down, and we said the first area that we're going to be looking is for this balanced price range high, right? And this is exactly where we came down to. Now, what I would usually like to look for is for push down, holds it nice lower high before continued participations by sellers, right? So some sort of intent being seen, whether through balances or delta for this second push lower. Issue is we held the higher low here, right? So we held this low, which is now where we're getting the second push to the top. Now this, guys, this can just be a consolidation. We could range in this area. Like that's still a possibility. So it's not like, oh, we made a higher low, we're going for the higher high, now we're going to get a breakout. No, that's not 100% certain yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just consolidate and maybe over the next coming days, finally take out these lows to come back down here, right? That's still completely possible. My only issue is this first move to the downside would have been much more clean. So this is what I was mainly looking for this second move down, which would have, you know, a majority of coins would have been pumping by then and would have been a great opportunity for longs. But it is what it is. Can't capture every move. Okay, let's go over to Solana. What are we seeing Solana? Solana, last we talked about it was... Alright, Solana actually did pretty well, guys. We got above this consolidation high, got a nice push in price. You guys can see how much volume was there. Do we have imbalances on this way up? No, actually. So you see, this is not good. Guys, when we're trying to go for breakouts, especially when, you know, we're at the bottom of the price range coming back to previous range highs, what you guys really want to see is imbalances backing up the price. At the end of the day, you're trying to get a breakout. You need volume coming in and you need that active participation by buyers. That's why we look at footprint to see those imbalances. That's why we look at the volume delta to see how much of the volume was actually being by buyers as opposed to sellers. So that's something very important to keep in mind, guys. And you can see we didn't get that, right? But right now we are making imbalances. Volume's pretty good. And so if we do try to go for another push back into this range, this is going to be much more healthy than something like this. Even going to the 1 hour, you guys can see not a lot of volume backing this. This was the only candle that was backed by volume, and you can see just took out both sides before a nice little consolidation for this next move to the upside. Near's not looking too bad either, guys. Let's extend this. You guys can see it's coming to the upper end of the echelon, upper end of this range. Right, situated right between the point of control, the value area high. So guys, you guys know we have a couple things we like to look for when we're within these ranges. One thing we like to look for is consolidations above the point of control. Why? Because this allows, once you see market participants are staying above that fair value or the point of control, which is the highest area of fair value, we want to see active participation comes in. Guys, always it comes down to intent. Always watch for intent. That's how you can make sure you know, you can get a confirmation for certain moves. Not that it's guaranteed to happen, but the likelihood increases by a lot. So I want to see more buying participation come in while we're holding this point of control. Even a wedge is fine for this second retest of this high. And again, for us to get these pushes higher and for that breakout to happen, again, we'll need for that intent to be seen. We need for volume to step in, or else most likely we're not going to get it. Okay, let's go over to Pith, guys. So what's happening today? What happened with Pith today? So guys, Pith overnight took me out of my short break even, right around 3 a.m. And then actually this morning, we're right at this price range high. This is actually not a bad area to get in. I wasn't there though. I woke up early, but I had to do something in the morning, so I wasn't even behind the chart. Came back around 9. So guys, ended up taking this slow out. What I really want to see is for the second push up, so I could have gotten into my another short, right, from this high right here. Ended up taking these lows, got hit break even on my long, I think right around here, right? Re-entered it once I saw, you know, once we were at these range lows, where somewhere here in these ranges, not sure exactly where, but got it back into my 2x long. It's not too bad, you know, guys. I don't have too much risk on the table, so I'm not too afraid, even if it starts coming lower. You know, at the end of the day, I do want to get a head short in though. Okay. Right now, guys, for Pith, we are at a very nice level, right, guys? We have been wedging within price. We have this 1 hour trend line that we have as well. And it seems like price actually held this pretty well. So what I'll be looking for is for the second push higher back into this range, right? And if we do get this, perfect, right? Once we're coming back into this range, high of the ranges, possible for us to get our head short opportunity as well near those highs. But guys, just keep in mind, you know, when we are taking these longs and shorts and everything, especially with hedges, treat the hedges as, you know, a sort of higher leverage play that you're using to de-risk. You know, guys, when I got taken out of my head short this morning, got hit break even, I still had taken profit before, and that profit paid for another head short that I can take now. I can go into another head short for free. So I'm using that as sort of like a coupon for a head short, and that's the way I really like to look at it. And I'm not sure if you guys I sent something in premium too, but guys, you know, the way I'm really approaching this is similar to how I should have approached December to January, right? December to January, just like what, 4 or 5 months ago. I got pretty risk on and I was getting into bigger positions than I should have, even though I did pretty well by the end of it. If I had been properly risk managed and I did take my head shorts, I would have done much better. And I took a bigger burn when it came down than I should have. So these are lessons that I learned from January to December, and that's why I'm approaching it the same way, right? I don't want to get into, you know, too high leverage or too many leverage longs or anything. I want to be properly situated. I still have spot. I'm still accumulating in that sense. So it's not like I'm not taking risk at all. But the main thing is being able to properly manage risk. Especially when there's so much FOMO and so much uncertainty in the market, you want to properly be able to manage it. And for me, that's high leverage hedges, right? Short hedges. That can be you're on a 20x long on Bitcoin, you take a 50x short hedge or 100x short hedge. And that by itself, guys, taking those hedges is actually what made me, you know, going back to trading Bitcoin from the value to value in this range. Those hedges made me more money than the longs on Bitcoin itself. Why? Let's take this range low. I think I had a position in one of these lows right here. I took a hedge here, took a hedge here, took a hedge here. 3 different hedge opportunities, each of them, you know, on like what, 100x, whatever it was, or 200x, don't really remember, it doesn't really matter. But each of those got 2 to 3R, just TPing down again to this low. So guys, these hedges can make you more money than the actual position itself. It really depends on the type of market you're in. If you're consolidating, perfect. If you're, you know, you're breaking out, ranging, everything, we're going to get cooked a couple times. So that's why just be careful. Find out key levels that you want to look for. And once price approaches those levels, watch how the footprint is going, right? Watch that flow of orders to be able to catch certain reversals, see absorptions happening. All of that stuff is going to be very important. Okay, looks like we're coming back into range for Bitcoin. Let's see.
It broke right through.
Yeah, coming back
That
straight
long
into range.
See, that's what we were talking about. You know, exit those shorts, fine. Take a small L, get back in long once that exit enters the range, slap a stop loss and take a shot. That's it. And now we're back in range, and now we're holding. That's a nice bullish engulfing.
Someone was in a short. Yeah. No, if someone's in a short, Mike, I don't think they would be in a loss though. This is like bottom of the range. Would they?
Well, it depends on where you shorted. If it was from this morning, no. Like at 6 o'clock in the morning when I was live, yeah, you're good. But I'm talking about in the power hour. During the power hour, if you shorted if you shorted the bottom because you're a breakout trader, yeah, you're in a bit of trouble right now. And if you stopped yourself out, that's great because you broke back into the range. Get out and go long, slap a stop loss at the bottom, and let it go. That's all you could really do. And now you bought in from a position of strength, because the truth is, even if you put yourself at break even right now, okay, you'll get stopped out again, but it's okay. You're taking shots, right? You're trying to get your entry to see where the actual market goes. Like right now, we're coming down. How low do we go? Who knows? What I'm looking for right now, after this V recovery, is a rounded bottom. I'm looking now for a passive rounded bottom here. If we can get passively accumulating in this range without breaking below that horizontal, right around 72,300 and 738. So again, 72,738. If we can stay above and get into a passive accumulation, I'll take a shot. You know, I already took a shot. I'm already long, but I would increase my position size and take more risk there. If we can come down there. If not,
I
it's
think
okay.
the best level for if you want to go risk on was this low right here, this higher low.
I can't.
Especially if there's imbalances on it, coming back to this previous low that we had at the rest of the range.
What time frame is
Let's
this?
actually go down. This is a 1 minute.
Oh, that's too low.
I was scalping, so yeah, I
no,
was scalping this
that's
morning.
too low.
So,
I
yeah.
wouldn't. I don't. That's 1 minute. It's hard to even make videos on the 1 minute because by the time you finish your sentence, it's done. You know
What's fun about it? It's like you're on live. 5 minutes later, you come back. Oh, guys, it took the
but
level
it's not
out.
a hockey game or a soccer game or something. You're calling. It's like you're a commentator for a sport. Then
I mean,
it is like a
I feel
sport.
like that's more fun than it's like taking 3 days for the thing to play out.
I know. But look, right now,
I see both ways.
yeah, I know. I hear
I
you.
like it, though.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. It's fun. But if you look at the 15-minute, it's the 15-minute structure is clean. It's clear. Look at that. Beautiful. Sweep of the lows in the power hour, literally, and now back in. If you went short as a breakout trader, you paid a little tuition. It's okay. Stop yourself out. Got back in the range. You go long. You slap a stop loss. You take another shot. If eventually, if you don't get it, you have to cut yourself off. After 2 to 3 attempts, done. Stop. Because the power hour most likely is going to be over then, and it's likely that you don't want a revenge trade, emotional trade. You get away, stop, and go do something else, and be done with it.
I agree with you, Mike. You can even see these lows are completely absorbed, right?
Mhm.
Like, look at the buying versus the selling. This is all limit orders.
Can you zoom in a little bit there so
right
the viewers can see a little bit better? There you go. Much
This is
better.
completely absorbed, right? So
Yeah.
this is a very good thing. That's why you say one of the things that you guys can look for is also absorptions. You know, come
Yeah.
down to lower time frame, see an absorption, get the next higher low right here, right? And that's an area that you guys can take risk.
You know what
But
we
again,
need?
you guys need to have a defined strategy.
You know what we need, Tao? Eventually,
What?
obviously, when
What
you
do you need?
finish your auction market theory course, what we need is some learning material on how to read these. Right? We need nice, formal, planned out lessons so that we can get that education out there to people in a nice packaged way. This is great. We get to learn from you live here, but nothing beats obviously formal, lessons, lectures and such. So yeah, the academy is going to come out with
Is that
all
something
kinds of different
people are
things.
interested in?
I'm
Do
sure
you
they
think people
are.
would be interested in that?
I would be. I'm not even the greatest at reading these order books things. And
Yeah.
I would love it if I had a way to, instead of scraping through YouTube looking for all kinds of stuff over and over and over, and try, imagine.
Sucks.
Yeah,
I hate that.
bro, like and hoping that I found a good one and hoping that it's not AI and hoping that it's not a scammer. I'd rather have a platform that I can log into and know it's high quality, just lock in and learn something and walk away with the content, with the information I need, and be able to learn from someone that I can trust. So that's what we're trying to do at the academy. But this is great. This is great.
Okay, that's perfect. Guys, if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I just don't know how many people are interested in reading order flow. So
there's people interested
hey,
in
if they
everything.
Are, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll see what we can do then. Okay. I think it's most powerful, Mike, when you apply it with auction market theory as well.
100%.
I think that's when it's best. So let's go next. What were we talking about? Let's talk about Sui, man. Sui.
Do you take
Levi,
that long
still
on?
here?
Do you take that long on lighter by chance?
Me?
Yeah.
No, man, I didn't. What happened?
That's doing good.
You sent the chart. I didn't even look at it, to be honest.
I know you don't listen to what I say. I know.
Oh man. No, but I'm actually pretty happy with this morning, so that went well.
Good. Sui, go. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, Sui. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for you to say something on it on the later chart. Okay, guys, what's up with Sui? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, guys, first thing that I like is that we're back at these range lows, and it seems like we are getting a nice consolidation, holding these lows after a little quick sweepy sweep, which isn't bad. Right on the 1 hour, it won't look like a sweepy sweep, more like a rounded bottom that we are getting. So my main thing is, can we get back into this range and break above this point of control? That's gonna be the main zone that, guys, is going to be our main resistance zone. You can already see one time we did reject it. And keep in mind, guys, the point of control is the area of highest volume. So you guys need to be careful when you approach it. That's where participation can increase. So just always keep that in mind. But what I would the first thing I'd like to look for is for a break above this balanced price range low, guys. This is going to be the most important thing. Once we get above it, we can look for the rest of this range, right? And as we approach these highs, guys, again, for breakouts, we look at three things: price, right? So how impulsive is price moving? Delta, so the volume delta and the volume that's actually backing it. And number three is imbalances and reading the footprint. If we're closing below the point of control at these highs, right, and we're getting clearly absorbed, what's that going to tell you guys? You know, we get a couple wicks, get that absorption, point of control of that footprint comes up here, and price closes over here. Guys, that's going to be really ugly. That's most likely going to come back down into this range low one more time, and we're going to stay within this consolidation period. So keep that in mind, guys, as we are approaching these highs. Not bad. Like if we get a nice higher low off of that, I wouldn't mind taking a long on Sui. And guys, I said this yesterday too. But I said this yesterday, not saying it again, but I'm saying I don't think yesterday I wasn't really looking for any trades because I just felt it would be better to wait until the afternoon or at least at the night or at least like the next day, sorry, before I'd be looking for any positions to take. And it's just because it wasn't as clear. I didn't feel like it was the right time to take risk. And thankfully, now everything is looking a little bit more clear. So we might be approaching some risk-taking times. Okay.
So people have voted. They like
It's
music.
just complete
They like
consolidation.
music, buddy. So I just put some back on. I don't know if they could hear it or not.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, 83% like the music. That's awesome.
Okay.
What music do you got?
I don't know. I just put some royalty-free stuff that I used to use and a little bit upbeat. We don't want to be too sleepy.
You know, that's what I think that actually like was bad for my stream because I'll be putting the sleepy music and then I'd see no one was talking.
Yeah, it's a good strategy because then people fall asleep while it's streaming and then it counts as views. So that's not.
Watch time. Ooh, this is nice.
Bitcoin's pumping.
Oh damn!
Love it. That was the entry. See how it goes. You sweep the lows, find your entries. I'm long and strong right now. All good. We're cooking. My lighter position is cooking.
Long right now?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, perfect.
I'm up 35%. Let's go.
Hell yeah. What's your leverage on that? 50?
50x.
Oh yeah. I gotta hit break even on my short from this morning. I'd like a short right on this lower high.
I'm up 60% on lighter right now. 10x.
60%. Holy smokes.
Our weave is up 10%, 11%, 2x. Okay, we're doing okay.
You're doing great.
And my Aster position is down 5%, so whatever.
Oh,
but it's a margin position, so no big deal. Right now, GRT suffering the most. It's down 14%, but it's only 2x margin position, so no big deal. I can handle that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one slow.
What was this token again?
The graph.
It was like
It's a data play.
Okay, I know. Yeah. Okay, data. Yeah. Okay. Data or data?
Data. But what makes it most bullish is that now finally they can actually use it for something, because they were creating the infrastructure for data, but for what purpose? Well, now they found their purpose. It's for AI. So it's now
AI basically.
Well, now it's now it's AI providing. I'm actually curious as to how it's going to play out. Taking a speculative shot. You know, that's the type of trader I am. I'm not just chart trader. I like speculating on narratives, and if it correlates with price, I look at it as undervalued, and I take a shot. Bitcoin's gonna break, guys. It's gonna go for a break of the range. Let's see.
Oof.
Once you get that chart up, what are you looking at, right? What is this? Bitcoin? Get the 15-minute chart up. It's going to go for a
Dude, we have
break.
so much drawings, man.
Get on TradingView.
Oh, no. I
No?
need the volume profile. You don't want to see the profile? I mean, I can get on TradingView.
No, do whatever you want. It's your stream. Because I know it's laggy. That's why I thought you were having trouble.
I get on TradingView. Yeah, I get on TradingView.
It's like
It's say it like that, then I gotta get on.
No, you don't have to. I just thought you were having trouble with the lag there. This monkey business. We gotta find a proper order book, order flow chart, something. Like we gotta do.
I think we can try Atas, man.
I don't know what that is. We gotta.
It's just another one.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know. Send me a link. We'll see if we can get something going. We're pumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, make your own.
Yeah, we'll take long. It's hard, bro, because you got to get all the data connections, and you got to. I don't mind vibe coding it. I wouldn't care. It's fine as long as I know what I'm doing in the back end. Okay, it's
coded, and I at least have something that's based in North America. Like we can get it based in what? It's hard. We're a service cheap in America, Texas.
It's not about that. It's just hard because APIs are blocked.
Oh, that's true. And we want aggregated APIs, right?
I don't know. That's the hardest part because you're going to get all kinds of blockage.
We're going to need to get like servers in China and in Europe.
And they're also blocked in some parts of those places as well. So you got to jump hoops, and then that's where you get the lag for North America.
That's true. That sucks.
Yeah, it's hard. And it's in a lot of the charts, Binance charts, Bybit has blocks. They're geo blocks essentially. Okay, Bitcoin position right now is at 41%. We'll take that. Let's do that. So now that we approach range highs on the 15-minute, what would you say? Using your strategy, Tao, like what would you do?
I mean, we're still within value, right? Mike, if we go down back to the profile, still complete within value. You guys can see this right here was axis. What you really want to see when you're going within that axis or outside of that value area is, are you getting signs of acceptance? So let's see, where we're getting signs of acceptance as it came down here. The first thing is we did. So again, when we look for acceptance, we want to see three things. Number one, intent. Number two, volume. And number three, sorry. Let me retry. That was for the
try again.
That was for breakouts. But I want to see price, we want to see time, and we want to see volume, right? So price did come down. Perfect. How long do we spend below the value area? That's a very important thing, because if we spend 2 minutes, 1 minute wick, that doesn't mean we broke out, even if there's a lot of volume behind it, right? It just means we're still within value. We just failed. So we spent about an hour, right? Within a 24-hour day, we had about how many hours until now? 12. So time-wise, 10%, not bad. Guys, that really comes down to discretion. There's not a certain certain amount of time we like to look for, but we want to see multiple candle closes below range, right? So number two, do we get sufficient volume as it came down? Well, this is where we can go down here and you can see how was volume looking as we tried to break. Okay, let's get
It's not bad. The volume, we got two nice volume candles, relatively speaking to the previous 15-minute candles. The bulls are stepping in a little bit. They're stepping in.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get inducement.
So your volume wasn't bad too, and you guys can see also delta, like compared to most of the rest of the day, that was looking pretty good. Now the last thing that we want to look for is the structure that's building, right? So price, time, volume, and price comes down to structure. Did we get sustained lower lows? So the first thing, we did come down, get this first lower low, but you want to see that second one come in for that acceptance to be there. So that third condition wasn't really fulfilled in my eyes. And number two, guys, you also have to zoom out. You have to put this all into context. Yeah, we're below the value area low, but we're still within range.
So trade the range.
Get our actual, exactly, forget a structure-based volume profile. There's no acceptance at these lows, right? Even volume. Yeah, maybe volume on the 5-minute, 15, it was doing something. But you can see this is pretty consistent volume all throughout this consolidatory range, right? So keep that in mind. The one thing I would also say is, guys, you have to differentiate between time-based volume profiles and structure-based volume profiles. This is so important, right? And I talked about this once before, but I think I need to
Yeah, you do,
reiterate
because
this,
I don't even know what
right?
you're talking about.
So, guys, so we have so we have volume profile that we do based off of time frames or time fractals, such as the daily, the weekly candle, the monthly candle, the yearly candle, etc. And then we have price-based or structure-based
Okay.
volume profile. I like to call it structure-based. I'm not sure how many people do this, but it's something I personally like to do. So I like to take balanced ranges, meaning what? Meaning consolidations, and get the volume profile of that
Yeah,
consolidation, right?
that's good.
So that's the main thing. Yeah, but it's a little bit different than just putting it on the chart. It's not like there's a certain way. I it's too long for me
Okay,
to
don't
get
worry.
into the
We're gonna have a
exact
course on
way
that.
that I
We're
want to
gonna
put
we're
it in.
gonna we're gonna do a nice package of learning material on this, because this is pure alpha right now. So this is good. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Do your best here
guys,
live, of course. But
okay, yeah. So one thing you have to keep in mind for structure versus time base. Guys, time base is making the assumption that volume or the flow of orders are going to change, and those market participants are going to change over time frames.
mm,
So if that doesn't make sense, that's okay. It took me, it's kind of like thinking about this, guys, takes a while. But think about it like this, guys, right? What is the volume profile telling us? This is the most important thing. It's telling us at each price level how much volume there was there,
mm.
right? So when we have a structure-based volume profile, we're saying, guys, we're within this defined structure, right? Market participants have traded. We want to see where areas of fair value are, where market participants think it's most fair to trade in, and also where the point of control is. And guys, point of control is perfect for continuations, reversals, all sorts. We have multiple ways that we can read the point of control as price reaches it. We have multiple ways to read the value area high, value area low, excess, everything. This is all defined. I've all properly defined all this stuff. So if you guys have been following my lives, you would already know what we look for, and some of the things that we do is like 10, 20 different stuff. So too long for me to go into right now. But anyways, guys, point of control is the area of highest fair value, because that's the area where most volume was, right? Basic AMT stuff.
Mm.
Again, watch the old lives if you haven't already. I don't have anything formal sitting there, but listen, lives are there. So if you follow along, you'll learn over time. Anyways, guys, the thing is, with the structure, what we really like to look for is we are trying to see which side of the like the range are we going to take out, right? So number one thing is we want to do range trading. We want to trade the range, trade above value, trade below value, take your hedges, do everything that we usually do with this strategy. Need to have the defined strategy. But something else is when we look for reversals. For example, guys, you will see the point of control and the value area low start aligning. And when this happens, again, we have 2 or 3 things we like to mainly look for reversals or for continuations. All of that's been defined as well. But these are stuff you guys need to properly look for. And we're saying is, off this structure, this is how market participants are clearly trading, right? It's structure based. We look at the structure to understand how market participants are pricing the asset. The difference is when you use a time frame, we're saying that each daily candle is its own auction with different participants, with different volume, with different like, let's say, places that they want to see fair value. So same way how here we said, no, we're going to take a structure, we're going to look at that structure, and based off of the structure, we're going to be able to read the value, to read the volume and the value that's being developed, which is the most important thing, right? And what we're seeing is, even within the structure, these participants can change, but it's still one auction, right? One auction. The main difference is time-based or daily, weekly, monthly volume profiles aren't structure based. They are based off of time, and what they're saying is we want to see every new candle being its own auction. Okay, so that's the main defining difference between them. Now, when do I use structure based and when do I use time based? Guys, I use the daily profile every single day. That's something I use every day. If you guys have been following any of my posts, every single day I use the daily profile. And that's because it's true. Over days, guys, over each day, there is going to be shifts in liquidity, shifts in order flow. And while you can still see that in the structure base, if you line the structure base with your daily volume profile, that's going to be the most powerful thing you can do to look for those like asymmetric moves, right? And Green Hornet had a post about this asymmetric risk. all that jazz. Very good thing to look at.
You
But
sound
anyways,
like a
guys,
trader. You sound like a trader. Like,
oh no way, Mike. Am I really? I
you
sound
sound
like a
like you know what
trader?
you're talking about. I don't know. Like, you sound smart. You're convincing me, or like, you know, like I don't know, man.
Get on the AMT, bro. You gotta get on
No.
AMT.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I know
Oh
I
no.
follow it a little bit. Like I do a little bit of everything. I don't know if you see how I trade.
No, I've seen you recently use the value area highs and lows
I've
as
been
well.
using it for
A
a
lot
long
of it.
time. I don't emphasize too much. Like I dabbled
Right.
into a lot of different strategies. I made my own, like, you know, trading style over the last years. But you're impressing me. Like I'm starting to feel like you're a trader. Like, you know, like maybe we can learn something from you.
I hope so.
All right,
Okay, no, but
all
I will
right.
say, Mike, some of the
Stuff.
stuff that you use, like when you try to read like volume and all that different stuff, is very similar to how an AMT practitioner would also like to read
Look at this fancy word,
volume or breakouts.
practitioner. Like, okay, fine. Okay, I understand.
I will say that, it's similar, and most
Yeah,
traders, their styles are, while it might be different, at the end of the day, the core thing that they're looking at is going to be very similar,
yeah, you're
right?
right. When you boil
Whether it comes
all
down to
these
volume reading,
theories and all
yeah.
this down to like common factors, they all come down to a very similar thesis, very similar, um, yeah, models, pretty much.
I completely agree. So, guys, now we have to see, okay, over the daily, is there really that shift? Like, could the auction be shifting? Okay, so every single day, what happens, guys? New sessions open, new sessions closes. You could even say each session is its own auction as well, right?
Hmm.
So, yes, I agree with that. I that's why I personally use the daily auction as well, or the daily volume profile. I do think that that's a good way of differentiating the
So
market
how do
from
you
just
define the
solely
daily
a structure
range? How do you define the daily range
from the start of the day until the end of the day.
of the previous day or the current day? So what do you
Currently.
mean?
So from 0 UTC
Yeah.
until 23:59 UTC
Okay, and then what do? You
every day, one
pull
daily candle,
the
volume
the
profile.
volume profile, and then what do you do with
So
that data after? You trade the weekly with it, or you trade the rest of the week using that volume, and how?
I trade the structure. So I trade the structure volume profile with an
Mhm.
understanding of how the daily volume profile is moving. So now I'm
Ah,
going to go into why I don't really like using the weekly volume profile.
okay.
There's nothing wrong with it, guys. Even from a time-based perspective, you guys could say, well, Tao, at the end of the week, usually there's reversals back to the VWAP or whatever the general like idea that a lot of people have because market makers and market and institutions, they don't want to take on weekend volatility,
Right.
so they usually bring price back down to its median, right?
Mhm.
Closer to its median.
Like a
If you
mean
guys actually go
reversion
back,
back to the, yeah.
yeah, mean reversion. That's why a lot of people look at reversal days for Fridays.
Yep.
It's just because that's one of the reasons why.
Or end of the
But
month
the
or
thing
something
is,
like that. Go ahead. Yeah.
exactly, end of the month, same thing. You could even see that for the end of the month. Oh, Tao, there's the like employees and companies. You have to pay their wages.
Mm.
That's another reason why the price might
Business
fall.
cycle
Or at
stuff.
the end, yeah, business cycle. And every quarter, oh, their financials.
Mm.
Why wouldn't you use a quarterly volume profile?
Mm.
And you can go up to the year. At the end of the year, they have to submit their what is it? Their 10K, right?
Mm.
Every company. So you could also say, oh,
Mm.
Tao, that's very informative. That's something that's
Mm.
very important. So we can also use a yearly volume profile. The thing is,
Mm.
for me, what I'm going to say is how much do those variables actually affect price? Over a 7-day range, especially in crypto, a lot of those stuffs is mainly for the companies within traditional finance. But in crypto, how much is that Friday, that Friday reversal going to affect price? I think Friday, that reversal back to VWAP, whatever. There's multiple ways that you could try to catch that or look at that.
Mhm.
That does affect price pretty well. But when you zoom out to, let's say, a monthly range,
Oh, it's
I
irrelevant.
don't think that, yeah, I think it's pretty irrelevant, right? Even when you want to talk about business cycle and all that, personally, I feel like that's pretty irrelevant when you get to that level. Now, are there people who trade with the monthly volume profile? They have their own strategies, their own styles. Of course they do, but it doesn't fit for me.
Yeah.
So, there's plenty of people who use time-based volume profiles. But at the end of the day, guys, when market participants go to the chart and they go to the 1 hour candle, they're not just looking at, okay, guys, where did the week start? And then I'm going to start reading price from there. They're going to look at the price from when the structure began. When I'm going to go on the
Right.
daily, I'm not going to say, okay, Mike, where did the year begin? I'm only going to read data or price from this level and on. No, they're going to say, where was the structure? They're going to try to read the structure. And so that's why I personally tend to use structure-based volume profiles more. And those structure-based volume profiles can line up with your weekly volume profile, be very similar. It can be a monthly volume profile even, right? But at the end of the day,
so you draw the profile based on the structure of the chart of the price action.
exactly.
Yeah, that's how I use it. But I use I don't use time based. I'm not a time based guy. I don't believe in
No,
time.
I agree. Yeah,
I think liquidity is built around time. But why not just focus on liquidity then? Then why do you need time? Time is made to simplify.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There are cyclical, you could say there, liquidity, just like you said, even from sessions, just looking at sessions, liquidity is cyclical. But at the same time, like you said, focus on that liquidity. But I think you should give it the context of time.
Sure.
So that's what I like to say.
Fair.
Give
liquidity this is good.
the context of time.
Wow.
And
you've come a long way, sir. You've come a long way. Now all of a sudden now you're a trader. That's what you're trying to tell us, that you're
Thank you, Mike. I mean
now now you're a trader now. Like, this is how it is now. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so that's the main differences between the time-based and structure-based. I could like literally go on for this for like 30 minutes.
You yap too much. Like you're now.
I think that's the issue. Yeah,
you're starting to convince us that you're a trader. I feel like now, like, come on.
No, not at all, Mike. Not at all. Don't insinuate that. Don't insinuate.
This is fun. This is good. Okay, buddy.
Oh shoot!
What?
We're pumping.
Okay, we are. Are you? Yeah, we're doing good. Well, not really. We've been pumping. We didn't really.
I mean, I'm talking about Pith right now, though.
Oh, come on.
Oh man, you couldn't see my trading views this entire time.
No, we were looking at this thing.
Bro, I was like analyzing so many altcoins beforehand.
Bro,
you're kidding.
Okay, so you now we have to. Your trading is on point, but your streaming skills, bro.
Garbage.
Bro, your streaming skills, I don't know.
Garbage. All right, so I need to stop learning trading. I need to go back to streaming.
Garbage. We gotta get you. Come on, man. Like, you're yapping. I'm looking at this chart. I'm like, okay, he's giving us a lecture, a sermon. And I thought, okay, maybe he's really deep into it right now. He's not changing the screen. Right. I'm like, okay.
It's okay. It happens.
It's okay. We appreciate what you said anyways. You convinced me. You're a trader. I get it. Not a streamer.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine.
Guys, we are coming back. So looking at, okay, I'm not sure.
Can you show us the right chart at least this time instead of yapping? Just can you show us a proper oh, there we go. So you gave us that whole lecture about all this stuff.
Look,
it's like me. I was live this morning talking to myself.
Look at all this. Look at all this. Look at everything I had drawn out for you guys. Yes.
Sad. Pathetic. It's okay. You know what? There's always another day of yap. It's okay. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So, okay, I think the most important thing right now here on Bitcoin is, are we going to break this range high? Yeah. It looks like it's trying to.
I'm looking at Pith right now. Pith is, I told you I got into a better 2x longer later, so better entry. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not that much different, to be honest. I once I saw the higher low coming in, I'm like, that's it. Got to get into my long, got to miss it. But now I'm just needs to get an area to hedge it, bro. That's what I need. I need my hedge.
You need your hedge lighter. I'm up 88% right now. That's doing pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. And did pretty good. And Arweave is doing great on a 2x, 16%. So we're doing good. We're doing good.
I was AVAX. I did purchase some AVAX yesterday, just some spot.
Doing okay.
This is very important, guys. This is one. Yeah,
Bitcoin's gonna break out, man. It's looking for that breakout. It's crazy. Unless we respect the range. It's time to get out. It really, right now, from a Bitcoin perspective, it's time to defend your gains. If you got into that long a few minutes back, It's time to defend the long.
Yeah, for sure.
It's time to take a bit of profit. It's time to trail up a stop loss. It's time to think about where it goes next. The reality, the path of least resistance is always, it stays within the range until proven otherwise. There's no evidence that we're going to break out yet. Okay? There is none. So defend your gains. Take some. Steak dinner tonight. Think about it like that. And then from there, what you're going to do is speculate on the possibility of a breakout. If it breaks out, guys, you want a runner, no doubt. You don't want to get into a fresh long right now as a breakout. Absolutely not. The only way you're going to benefit from this is if you got in already below from a position of strength. That's the only way you're going to benefit from here. And if you didn't get in, you're not jumping in right now. Take some profit, trail up the stop loss, leave a runner. If it pumps, it pumps. That's it. It's a Friday. Happy Friday, guys. That was a great move. Congrats to anybody that got it. I'm up 50%. So guess what I'm going to do? 50% a day and walk away. Let me close this baby. I'm done. I'm walking away.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Closed. I'll post the win card right now. So
Good job, Mike.
Got the evidence
Good job,
and the proof. Lighter's still pumping. I don't know if I'm going to close that one. I'm up almost 100%. What's that chart looking like on lighter? I posted the chart, the video also. It wasn't just the chart yesterday. I gave the premium members the early signal on when to get into lighter. And then I said, you know what, it looks too good. I got to make sure I got a video out there. So the afternoon video was on lighter, giving you the actual breakdown. And here we are, looking good. So let's see what Bitcoin does in the next little while. I also have a long position on Bitcoin that I'm hoping that I could benefit from.
Mike, we also need to get me the stream key for TikTok.
Also TikTok is complicated, bro. It's impossible. Like you know how to like it's so hard. They're
I know you were telling me
they're complicated.
Well.
Oh, we're breaking out. Okay, broke out. Beautiful. Let the runners run. Oof. Let's go. Fly through some imbalances.
Volume behind that as well.
Yeah, decent volume. Okay, power hours are good. I like this power hour sessions.
This was buying Delta, Mike.
This is good. This is good.
Oof.
Not bad. Let's take it. This sure beats getting liquidated. Nice way to end the week. I want to share my win card just so that we're all on the same page. Exit and entry. All right. So what are we looking at now? What's going on? Bitcoin's pumping. Where's the Bitcoin chart? Beautiful.
Bitcoin. I am on the Bitcoin chart.
You are. You're looking. Okay, you're looking at that stuff.
All that pushies.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go back to our order flow. MMT.
Very nice. Very nice. I like it. We'll take that.
Let's go.
Bang.
Just splash through that low volume node right here.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna close.
We're doing great here, man. On a Friday, we're going to get trapped up in here. I hope not. I don't want to get trapped on a Friday, man. I don't want to get into fresh longs right now. Okay, lighter's killing it. Holy smokes, 108% on a 10x. So that's a nice 10% move. I'll take that.
Ooh.
Okay, let's go. Let's cook. Time to... Yeah, Bitcoin's showing a lot of strength right now, man.
Ooh.
What are you looking at? It's like Bitcoin. A sport. When it's like we're watching sports, man. Like, oh yeah, like get the brewskis out. Get the brewskis out, man. Like,
Oh
it's
man.
like, what's going on? Look at this. Look at this. We're pumping.
Look at that, man.
We're
Holy
doing good.
smokers. If you can close again above that point of control, that's gonna be craziness. Craziness. Oh, the 15. Yeah, look at that, man.
Okay.
8 minutes left in the candle.
So what?
Let's see
How
how
do we
volume's
end the
going.
session? What do we say? Let's. Okay.
I got
Now
my
that,
quote, man. We don't
wait,
forget
no,
the
no.
quote.
I don't mean like the trading session, not the session here. Let's do this quick. So
Okay.
we broke out. We broke out of the range right now. It's not time to take a fresh long. You can't.
I mean, unless you want to be a breakout trader.
Sure. And what would I wait for there? Is a back test confirmation. So you know,
Yeah, sure.
you know, I don't know if you want to demonstrate what that would look like, but
Oh yeah, my bad. I was not even on the charts.
so maybe a back test confirmation on the breakout level, horizontal level of some sort, and then get in. If it breaks back in the range, guys, stop loss. If it gets back in, get out. Please don't be a hero. Take your money and run. If it gets back into that range, the 15-minute market structure that we analyzed at the beginning of the stream and all of that, if we get back into that range, please take your money and run and enjoy your Friday. Yeah, and if it bounces, accepts, puts in a few candles, you can put a stop loss below that, and maybe get that continuation to the upside. And yeah, we continue up. All right, buddy Tao, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna bow out here, and what I'm gonna do is
don't want to join me for the quote, man.
No, because two things. Number one, I have a lot of work to do. Number two, I want to test. I want to test that ability for us to relay. Let's do that because we're here, we're live. We might as well take this as a learning experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop streaming, and you're going to quickly.
So can I tell you what you have to do, Mike?
I won't end the broadcast.
Yeah. That's all.
That's all I got to do. I looked up. I read into it. I just not going to end the broadcast. I could technically shut down my OBS, but I won't end the broadcast on YouTube, right? So that you can just take over.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
all right, so let's do it. You tell me when you're ready. And then little by little, we'll make it such a big thing. We'll do it with a quick signal, you know. All right, bro, I'm done. And then you'll know what to do.
2, 1. All right, I think we're in. Let's see. There we go. Guys, can you hear me? Everything good? I think we're good. Perfect. Yeah, double check. Yeah. That's perfect. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You know, guys, the goal is 1,000 subs. We did it? Perfect. Oh, yeah, they can't hear you. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, let me do my, let's do the quote for the day. So, guys, this quote is by Kierkegaard. I don't know how to say that name. But he basically says, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And guys, what does this mean? And how do you see this in trading? Guys, when I'm taking a trade, for example, you know, how do I even base my strategy? What's the data that I'm going to be basing my strategy off of? Well, the first thing for like people actually do when they are testing a strategy is back testing it, which means going back in time and seeing previous price data to be able to see in the past, was my strategy profitable? And later on, yes, they do forward testing, but the first step is looking back. When we're looking at our trades, we're trying to understand how we feel. You know, guys, a lot of times you come in, markets are bad, everything's looking bad. You know, we're afraid. Why? Because in the previous days, we took a couple L's. And that happens. That always happens. But his main thing is, guys, it must be lived forward. Which means what? Which means even if you take these losses, even if all of that stuff happens, you have to remove that from your self-conscious. You have to allow the future and the confidence that you have. You know, if you guys have a tested strategy, you guys would know that, okay, I've done enough testing, I've done enough, like, you know, whether that's actual statistical testing, whatever you guys do, to know that, okay, my strategy is at the end of the day profitable. So look at it from a forwards direction. Don't look in the past. Don't look at what happened before. Don't look at the previous session if you take a loss. All of that stuff happened. Man, just yesterday I got hit out of my short that I wanted. Hit break even, came down, hit my long break even. Whatever, I got back into my long, and now you know it's looking better. Whatever. Now I have to look again for my short. It happens. Is it annoying? Yes, it is. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna just sit there and, you know, be sad about it. Like, if I did that, I wouldn't have gone into anything today. Right? So don't allow that to affect you guys, you know? The main thing is, guys, don't allow the past to affect you. Learn from the past, but live in the future and live in the present and what's happening right now. So don't allow those past expectations, what happened in the past, the emotional distress, whatever happened, to affect you in your trading, and especially in your life as a whole, because that's the most important thing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate you guys. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the stream if you guys are interested. Guys, we have a portfolio analysis coming soon as well. So if you guys are interested in the portfolio analysis, I will be sending the link to the Google form inside the general chat. And guys, now even general members can apply for the portfolio analysis too. All it means is me and Mike are giving you a portfolio, just percentage amounts, no dollar amounts, and then we give feedback on it. There's a couple questions there that you guys can answer to give us a little bit more context. And if you have any questions for us that you want us to answer directly, we'd be more than happy to. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Take care, peace out, and I'll see you on the next one.